Shaggy Kudo, and I'm the other guy. The other guy's Father Jay from the St. Clair Posse. That's right, and we want you to remember where to go for the greatest podcasts, the greatest interviews, and the greatest tips on how not to be molested. That's right, right on Carnival Spirits, CARNIVAL Spirits, and you'll get right to it. It's with Scotty Balls, BeastMasteR, and Kelly Green Too Fresh. That's right, too goddamn fresh for you. Subscribe. Know what I'm saying?
What's up, Carnival Spirits? It's BeastMasteR, and we are back up on the internet today like we are every Saturday afternoon on the BeastMasteR Show. And I've got a lot of topics, I've got a lot of fun graphics, and I got an awesome kick-ass guest for you today. Let me get that ticker up on the screen, and then we'll probably get the guest going, and we'll just jump right into this because I have a tendency to drag a little bit in the beginning and then run out of time and go late at the end. And we're not going late today because there's other shit happening on YouTube besides the BeastMasteR Show that I don't want to miss. So we're going to stay on point today, and we're going to kick lots of ass. So let's get that ticker on the screen, and let me pull up my my Photoshop. All right, where are we here? All right, now I put a little bit of time into some graphics to try to make visual presentation more enjoyable for y'all. I really hope you guys appreciate this, but of course I got to get my dimensions just right here. So like we did last week, we looked at all those Lakeland lunacy illustrations, and I kind of made a little collage of some of my favorites. And so this is how we're going to be looking at graphics for the show. Maybe moving forward, maybe I'll tweak it a little bit in the future. But as of right now, this is our template. And so let me just pull up my show notes, and let me see if there's any pending announcements that I need to make. And really, there's not many, okay? But first, I'm going to say that we're going to be doing a giveaway today. And also, I'm going to plug another video that I am featured in that will be debuting later today. And we're going to be talking about new music that came out this week that I've been enjoying. We're going to talk about some underground artwork, as always. Always going to be talking about artwork on the BeastMasteR Show. We've got a dope-ass Comments of Carnage for you guys today, and we'll probably look at a couple other short YouTube videos and do some reactions, some commentary, and that's about it. That's actually a lot, but it's not overwhelming, and we got 3 hours to bang this shit out. And I think that instead of doing a bunch of this on my own, I'm just going to bring my guest on the show. And so the best way to do that, I think, would be to first show you guys the teaser flyer. And officially, this is episode 7. I call it Tales from the ECHOSIDE. FAYGO Slights ICP, Mike E. Clark Cassettes. And the special guest, if you want to, do a little drum roll at home, I'm not going to provide one for you. But now would be the appropriate time for a drum roll, because the special guest today is none other than Carnival Spirits affiliate and OG Juggalo from Michigan, ECHOSIDE Fiend. That's right. So let me bring ECHOSIDE Fiend on the stream. How you doing, brother?
Not too bad. How's it going?
It's going great. It's going great. I always feel like I'm in a whirlwind when I start the show after I've been working, because I had to work today.
Yeah.
I'm happy to say that today was my last Saturday shift for the foreseeable future.
Nice.
Next week, I have the day off, and I believe that I have secured Saturdays off from work for indefinitely. So I'll be able to prepare the show a little bit more and not be scrambling at the last minute like I've been doing the past couple of weeks. And you guys maybe don't realize this, but like I just get out of work and I have like an hour to put shit together that I didn't get a chance to finish last night because I work every fucking day. So
yeah.
And you're a hardworking man yourself. Obviously, you've got the spoils to prove it. With your epic collections in the background. I love that shit.
Yeah.
Broke juggalos can't afford fresh, memorabilia.
Yeah, that's what I hear. And I'll tell you right now, man, I don't think I could ever go back to working weekends. I worked weekends for 5 years, high school and a little bit after, and then I started at the job I'm at now 22 years ago. Monday through Friday ever since. Oh God, I don't think I could ever do a weekend again.
It's like weekends is such a construct for, living in look, we all live in this society and as much as like shit has been crumbling and falling apart all around us in 2020, we still are slaves to the almighty dollar and the fucking calendar and the fucking the tides and the moon and daylight saving. There's so many things that we just have to play ball with. And,
yeah, exactly.
Living for the weekend is kind of one of those things that a lot of people enjoy, unless you're like me and you work all the weekend long.
Yeah, that's the way it was when I worked in a restaurant, man. I never had weekends off.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about that customer service.
Yep.
So I got to ask you, what is that clicking noise? You got some sort of egg timer going?
Nope, I don't have anything going here.
Okay, never mind. I must be tripping.
I don't hear anything.
Okay, no problem, man. I was just curious if there was something, because I hear something, but it's probably just technology. I probably
thing clicking here. So
yeah, what it is, it's probably the feds tapping our lines. They want to know what drug we're talking about, and I believe we've been on their fucking list for a minute.
Yeah, with the inauguration coming up and all that, got to make sure no juggalos are gonna fuck with anything.
Yeah. Oh yeah, enema #1 over here. So hey, ECHOSIDE Fiend, Timmy, thank you so much for being my guest. Obviously the BeastMasteR show has been a different guest every week, and I have run through all of the Carnival Spirits crew, and you were naturally on my short list of ninjas, my good friends that I wanted to have on the show before I start reaching out to people that technically would be like almost an interview situation, because I don't know them personally as much. But yeah, so at the same time, I probably you are one of my newer friends out of the YouTube community. We've had the chance to go to shows together. I've gone out there to Michigan, and you were hospitable to pick me up at the airport, and we've attended Hallowicked and Fright Fest together. So, we got some history, and if it wasn't obvious to everybody who is already familiar with Carnival Spirits, you should already know who ECHOSIDE Fiend is, and so this title, Tales from the ECHOSIDE, and the silhouette with your mohawk should have been a dead giveaway. But maybe it was maybe it tricked a few people, maybe it didn't. All I can say is that this formula is going to continue to happen, and I don't think you guys are going to be able to guess future guests based off of silhouettes and my elusive titles. Maybe the titles will give it away, maybe the silhouettes will give it away. In this case, I felt like both were a dead giveaway, but it doesn't matter. I'm not trying to trick anyone. I'm just trying to give a reveal.
Yeah, for sure.
So let's take a second to say what up to the chat. There was a lot of early birds in here, and you guys are always blowing up the chat before I'm even ready to go live. So I just wanted to say what up. Thank you, C Plus Studios. I see Joker's Gallery. I see Don Chaos. I see, what is this? Lotus Man. Is that Jugga Lotus Man? That's what's up.
Jugga Lotus Man, it looks like.
Jugga Lotus Man. You got Adam Unholy. Who else we got in this motherfucker? We got Daigeto Freak Show. Whoop, whoop. of course, we got a Nintendo fan guy, and here we go. We got Cali Green 2 Fresh. Who else? We got Jordan. I'm scrolling here, I'm looking for new names. Here we go. We got Scottish Misfit up in this piece, and everybody. Thank you so much for fucking with me and my show and tuning in live. We actually got 17 live viewers right now, so I've already considered this a win.
Yeah, it sounds appropriate.
Hell yeah. So before we jump into to the I guess the topics at hand and all these things I got planned, we'll just say that I think the bulk of this episode is going to be a conversation between me and ECHOSIDE Fiend about what it's like to come up as a Michigan juggalo, and I want to hear stories about all the Hallowickeds you've attended. I want to hear stories about Rock of Ages. I want to hear some shit, man. Like you must have an interesting perspective on this culture, just geographically speaking, and also that you've been down for such a long time, right? Yeah. So we're going to get into that a little later. I think what I want to do first is bang through some of these shorter topics, and that way we kind of break it up a little bit. You know what I mean?
Sounds good. Yeah. Lead the way.
Absolutely. All right. So, here we go. Jordan says he's a Michigan juggalo as well. So,
I don't believe I've ever met him, but I believe he's friends with Not Slim One. Is that right?
All right.
I think I've seen him in some of the pictures that Not Slim has posted. I've seen his name tagged.
Yeah.
If we have, it was briefly.
That's what's up. There's a lot of ninjas that I recognized for years before I actually meet them. Because of so many videos and pictures on social media, and even just passing, familiar faces when you go to shows for a couple decades, you start to recognize faces.
Yeah. There was one time back when MySpace was on. I don't remember what this girl's name was, but she just added me on MySpace. And then at Hallowicked, I was walking along and saw her walk right past me. I was like, "Oh, that's that girl." We hadn't talked or anything, so I didn't bother her. But it was so weird. I'd never seen her before, and she goes walking right by. I'm like, "Well, look at that."
I remember the first face from MySpace that I recognized at a clown show. It was this chick named Ducky, and she was real recognizable because she's black, and there wasn't an overwhelmingly large amount of black people at the ICP shows, but when I saw her, I was like, "Oh snap! I recognize that face." And she was cool shit. Unfortunately, she passed away a few years ago. So rest in peace, Ducky. But you were the first juggalo ninja that I recognized from MySpace at an actual event. And she was actually a really fresh ninja, a part of our scene, here in Massachusetts.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so let me pull up the screen again, and let me go back to the template that I have created, so that I can first and foremost give a plug to my boy Don Chaos, because Don Chaos has officially started up the Hours of Chaos podcast again. I think he went live, was it last night or 2 nights ago? 2 nights ago. 2
nights ago, I think, yeah.
Yeah, because last night he did, ICP pendulum reading.
I always listen to him on Friday when I'm running my route.
Nice.
So Thursday night, and I listen to it Friday morning.
So Chaos had a guest on the show 2 nights ago. I believe his name was Scarface Scrappy, or was it Scrappy Scarface?
Something like that. Yeah, I wasn't familiar with that one.
Well, actually, Scarface Scrappy was referred to Carnival Spirits by Ms. Hollywood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's friends with him, and so they I don't know, he got to talking, and she was like, "Oh, you got to hook up with Carnival Spirits," and so he actually slid into my DMs, Scotty Balls, and Don Chaos's all at the same time. He probably copy and pasted the message, and we were all talking to him. I'm like, when's your album coming out, Ninja? And he's like, spring or summer. And I'm like, bet you can come on my show in the spring or summer. And he's like, well, I'm going to be on the Hours of Chaos tonight. I'm like, well, all right then. So he got himself on Carnival Spirits. Good for you, Ninja.
Good go, man.
Oh, and also, no disrespect to you, ECHOSIDE Fiend, but I actually wanted Miss Hollywood to be today's guest. It's just she is so flippin' busy with all the TV shows she's filming. Yeah. She has no Saturdays free for like a couple of months.
Yeah, if you've seen all of her as seen on TV pictures, I'm guessing, and she's always posting those. She's always on something.
I know. I really actually wanted to show off some of them. Actually, yeah. You know what? I can do that because I can just pull up. Hold on. We're going to take a look because she's got a public Instagram. And she did post a couple of those screenshots. So let's just pull that up right quick and take a look. Ms. Hollywood.
Unfortunately, most of the shows she posts are ones I'm not aware of at all.
Well, I don't have cable. I mean, I don't watch TV anyways. So in order for me to see that shit, it's going to have to be bootlegged to YouTube or something, or I'm going to have to go to a friend's house, or it's going to need to be on, what's that called when like you can record a show and then watch it later?
DVR. Yeah. I actually just got, about 2 months ago, I got YouTube TV. That's the first time I've had any type of cable or TV access in probably 5 or 6 years. And I got it mostly so I could watch the All Elite Wrestling. So all my friends were talking about how great it was, and I could never watch it. So
right. Well, check it out. So she's on a show called Call Me Kat, starring this chick here from Big Bang Theory. And what was the show she was in way back in the day?
Couldn't tell you.
Oh, you couldn't tell me? Okay. I figured everybody knew because I think it was called Blossom. I think the show was called Blossom.
Yeah, yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, she's actually in real life. She's like an astrophysicist or something.
Oh, well, that's probably why she was hired for Big Bang Theory. Because
yeah, if she plays what's his face's girlfriend, yeah, she's actually like super smart.
What's his face? That was only one of the biggest shows on TV. His name is fucking Sheldon Cooper.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. I think I've seen like maybe 10 episodes of that.
Well, that show I actually watched, but so check it out. Here's actual screenshots of Miss Hollywood on camera with Kat. This is great. Awesome. Good for her. And she's actually like on multiple shows, and that's why that she can't be on my show because she has no time. She's a working actress, and Warner Brothers Studios out there in actual Hollywood. So big up to Miss Hollywood doing big things. I'm happy that she's actually got gigs in this post-COVID climate.
Yeah, no, man, that could definitely be a career that could have gotten hurt bad by the pandemic.
Right, but I think things are starting to look up. I mean, I was watching CPN show earlier today, the one he did last night, and he was kind of commenting on how like even Jumpsteady said there may not be a gathering this year because concerts are probably going to be the last thing that are approved back into action. So when it comes time for a gathering, remember they plan that gathering way in advance, and now I don't think they're going to be able to lock it down, right?
Yeah, no place is going to commit to it.
Yeah. So, anyways, I don't have my hopes up. I'm not holding my breath. I'm not trying to be a naysayer. I'm just being realistic.
Yeah, you got to look at it, realistically.
Exactly. All right. So let's see. Let me just find my show notes because what the fuck? Where'd my show notes go? That's not it either. Too many windows. Too many windows. Oh, here it is. It's the same damn window as the Instagram. All right, get it together, TJ. We're live.
Me at work looking through like piles of paper. I'm like, I just had that damn invoice. What the hell did I do with it?
Yeah, I'm starting to actually get the hang of juggling all my screens because I got a very big computer screen and I'm only using a few browser windows. One for my show notes, one for this actual broadcast, and then I've got a Facebook Messenger open, and then I've got some tabs that in a folder where I can just open up the windows I want to look at. So we're going to look at a few YouTube videos. We're going to look at maybe some more Instagram pages, but mostly we're going to be looking at my Photoshop, because I took the time to make that nice little, Lakeland Lunacy border.
Yeah,
and so
he's a badass artist.
Oh, I know, man. It's beautiful shit, and he's blessed Carnival Spirits with so much freshness that I just had to pepper my show with as much as I can, without being too obnoxious. But
my Facebook cover right now is his drawing of Jay and Shaggy, where they're supposed to be Shaggy and Fred from Scooby Doo driving.
Mystery Machine, right?
Yep. I've got that as my Facebook cover right now.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so all right. Here's what we'll do next. We'll do the giveaway right now. We'll get that out of the way right now, because the giveaway has already happened from last week, and now we're just going to determine the winner. And what I asked you guys to do was go to Maddie Cypher's YouTube channel, subscribe, and also comment the video for Ghost Breath, which is the song with me, him, and Mastermind from Nodis. So I'm just going to make it so I see newest comments first. And now I will pull that up on the screen. And this is going to be really easy, because only 2 people entered correctly. So if more than 2 people subscribe to his channel, that's cool. But only 2 of you guys commented on the videos. So that means all I got to do is flip a coin to find out who wins this giveaway.
Easiest giveaway of all time.
Yeah. So let me just pull up that screen so I can show you guys who entered. All right, here it is. Here it is. And right here, we got the comments. And as you can see, the top 2 comments were made 6 days ago, which is exactly, right after I made this giveaway happen. It's Nintendo Fan Guy and Green Hymns. So these are the 2 contestants. Now I just need to find a coin. Hold on one second. All right. So since I know for a fact that Nintendo Fan Guy is in the chat, I am going to give him the opportunity to choose heads or tails. And as soon as he lets me know, I am going to flip this coin. I'm going to put his choice on the screen, and then we're going to flip a coin, and we're going to see if you win the free copy of Maddie Cypher's new album, Appetite for Dysfunction. Let me grab that. So, Nintendo Fan Guy, heads or tails?
Better get at that.
Whoa. All right, this is the prize. It is a hard copy of this CD, which is dope as fuck. And it's got me on track 6. It's got a lot of dope features on here besides me. It's got Project Born. It's got, let's see, Lex the Hexmaster, Fury, Pink Swan, Apollo Sons. Misery is on this. Who else?
Is that guy from your area? Is he from out in the Boston area?
He's from Connecticut, New Haven, Connecticut. So close enough. Like, we all go to the same shows out here in New England. Yeah.
Yep.
It also has Cage on here.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
I like Cage.
Not a lot of people get collabs with Cage.
Yeah. No.
All right, Nintendo Fan Guy, heads or tails? To see if you win this CD or not. I don't see your response yet, but I do see you. I do see you in the chat. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. But you got to let me know, heads or tails, sir. All right, everybody else in the chat. He's got the track on his phone. That's great. But if you would like to win this CD, you have to choose heads or tails. So let me know, and maybe we'll move on until you answer.
The answer.
give him head. No, thank you.
Pass on that one.
He said he wants head. No, that's not what you're getting. That's not that. Okay. Well, Steven, you can't answer for him. Everyone keeps saying heads. No, I got to hear from Nintendo Fan Guy. I mean, unless Green Hymns is also in the chat. If Green Hymns wants to speak up, you can call it as well. So, yeah, everybody in the chat, will you tell Nintendo Fan Guy to pick heads or tails? Maybe he'll listen to you guys. And then after this, we'll look at new music that came out this week.
Cool.
All right. So let me just. Oh, this is great. I can click onto different windows while you're just looking at this one, so I can actually prepare the next couple videos. Let's see, to this one too. All right, and that one. All right, Nintendo Fan Guy has spoken.
All right, what did he pick?
He picked Tails.
Tails. All right.
And I think that's appropriate since this episode is called Tales from the ECHOSIDE. All right, so I got the coin right here, and I'm going to do that thing where you flip it, throw it on my hand, and then yeah, or is it the arm? I'll do it on the arm. Okay,
that, so, and then you can like show it.
I'll try. I mean, I'm going to try and do this as legit as I can, so you guys can actually see that I'm not cheating. All right. So, fuck, I don't know if I can flip a coin. It's been a minute. All right, here we go. Ah! All right, let me do that over.
Fail.
All right, here we go. Son of a bitch. What? All right, I promise I'm going to catch this one. Got it. Ooh, it is heads.
Oh.
I'm sorry, my man. The winner is Green Hymns. Now, Green Hymns, I guess I'll do it this way. To claim your prize, you got to get at me, bro. That means you got to message me. You got to get into my DMs. You can hit me up on BeastMasteR on Facebook. You can hit me up on Carnival Spirits on Facebook. You can also hit me up on Instagram in the DMs on BeastMasteR or Carnival Spirits. And I mean, shit, we have a Twitter as well, but I think those two should be appropriate, should be adequate, right? Now, I'll tell you this. If Green Hymns does not hit me up before next week's live show, the prize goes to Nintendo Fan Guy, all right? Because I'm not holding on to this CD. It's going to somebody. So if the winner does not claim his prize before the next time I go live, I will make an announcement that we need a new winner. And since there's only 2 entries, you are the de facto runner-up. And Nintendo Fan Guy, you still have a chance to win this CD, but only if Green Hymns is sleeping. So that makes it a little bit more exciting.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to hold on to this. I've done plenty of giveaways in the past where they never actually happened, and I want this to happen. And I got more giveaways planned in the future, and I want all of them to happen without a hitch.
Yeah,
and I hope more people enter our future giveaways. We'll be doing them in, there'll be an Instagram giveaway. Maybe we'll do a giveaway where someone actually wins live in the chat while we're doing the show. There'll be different styles of giveaways, moving forward, and different prizes, obviously. All right, so we got that one out of the way, and I think what we should do next is let's talk some music. Yeah, let's talk some music. So I've got my Spotify account that notifies me of new music every Friday, and I also got ninjas that share, like Don Chaos, Callie Green, that are always sharing, new music in the chats, and and also people that are like posting music from their boys or their favorite artists on Instagram. I mean, everyone has their style of sharing music, right?
I swear, like Chaos and Cali wants us to have their ears to the street all the time, man, because they're always sharing like new underground stuff. I'm like, how do you keep track of all this, man? Both of them are just on top of it all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thankful for that, because sometimes they catch things before. But even if they don't turn me on to stuff, I discover things as well. Sometimes they'll share something and be like, "Yep, already heard it," you know. But oftentimes, like, they're paying attention to people I'm not paying attention to, and so they really do like turn me on to stuff that I wouldn't have normally been paying attention to. So some of the music on my list is music that really I'm into, and so it's you know, stuff that I discovered, and some of it is stuff that's been sent to me. So I'm going to say this officially: if any, let me take this off the screen. If anybody is aware of new music who wants to submit to the BeastMasteR show, right, to get it talked about, to get it you know, plugged. You know, if you got friends that rap, or you know, you got friends that are musicians, and you're trying to get them some exposure, you know, send me the music, right? If I like it, I'll share it, absolutely. And even if I like you, and this is your homie or something, I'll share that out of respect. You know what I'm saying? So this is definitely a call for the future. If anybody wants to submit music to the BeastMasteR show to have it promoted, that's fair game. And I'm up for that. Okay, so let me open up my screen, and we're going back into Photoshop. All right, and we're going to take Chaos off of there. And you know, I thought a long time about how I want to do this, and I guess one of the things I decided was that I'm going to, oh my goodness, we got some light shining right on my fucking face. Where is that coming from? Holy shit. Where is that coming from? It's coming from over here?
I feel like that.
Yeah, hold on. Let me shut a door right quick. This is
it was either a blind or something.
I don't want to shut that door all the way because I need the breeze from the window, though, because it gets hot up in here. So here's what I decided to do is I actually made a playlist so that I can maybe play you guys a little snippet of music here and there. But I also put the images on the screen, and I don't want to get any you know, music strikes, because we are streaming to Facebook and YouTube, and Facebook and YouTube can be pretty strict when it comes to music. So I'm not going to be playing anything longer than a few seconds, but I might just, you know, click on it to give you just a little something, you know. And the first song on the list is, oh, what the hell? I had a nice speaker set up and the battery shut off. Hold on. All right. I'm hoping you guys can hear that. It's way back there, but it's actually pretty fucking loud. So I got the volume all the way up too. Timmy, let me know if you can hear this when I play it.
Okay.
So first song on the list. And by the way, I made a list this week. There was a lot of new music that came out. And I made a list, 17. There's 17 different songs or releases this week. Maybe some of them are more than a week old, to be fair. But the thing is that sometimes I don't have time to cover something on the show, so I bump it to the next week. And,
yeah.
And I'm not mad about that, because if I have more content than I have time to talk about it, I feel like I'm in a good place. I'm never running out of content so far.
Not having enough.
Exactly. So as you can see here, this is a track. This is a single called With a Rap Legends. I guess the song's called Rap Legends, and it's by D Chambers, and it features Method Man, and it is a dope ass track. Let me play you a little clip. Could you hear that?
Yep, I could hear it.
All right, cool. So I thought this track was pretty dope. It obviously showed up on my Spotify because I follow Method Man, and last year I took it upon myself to listen to all of the Wu-Tang Clan's music. I didn't even accomplish that goal because they have so many mixtapes, off like collab albums. But I'd say that I heard like a lot. I mean, I want to be fair. I probably heard 90% of the Wu-Tang Clan's music last year. But I definitely heard all of the Wu-Tang studio albums and all of the solo studio albums. It's just, I kind of got a little overwhelmed when it came to mixtapes and albums that were with non-Wu-Tang members. So it just goes on. I mean, I got a buddy, the guy that produces my beats. He has one of those CD books. And it's nothing but Wu-Tang CDs, and it's like fucking 500 fucking CDs, man.
I back in the day, I was trying to keep up with their solo stuff, and I just gave up. I was like, I can't. This is too much. It's like every other month, it seemed like one of them dropped an album,
right? And it's like every other month, it was Ghostface Killah dropping another album. Like he released so much music.
There was a guy from Grand Rapids that was a Wu-Tang affiliate, La the Dark Man, his name was. I don't know if he's still around. In fact, I think he's on a ICP track. I think on like a Forgotten Freshness. I think it's like I think it's ICP, Vanilla Ice, and La the Dark Man. I think.
I'm gonna have to look into that. I don't.
I feel like it's on one of the earlier Forgotten Freshness, not volume 1 or 2, but maybe like 3 somewhere in there. But
wait, you saying that he's on that track, that Vanilla Ice, I'm a Serial Killer song?
It's I'm pretty sure that's it. It was obviously both ICP, and then I feel like it's Vanilla Ice and La the Dark Man.
See, the thing is that either they gave him credit and I just didn't know who he was, or he was uncredited. He might have been uncredited.
It's possible I'm thinking of the wrong track, but I'm pretty sure that's right. But
well, this is an opportunity for us to get fact checked, because there are a lot of juggalos out there love to, well, at least I hope you guys will fact check us when we're wrong, but also it gives me something to look into, and I'm curious later after the show.
Yeah, he was pretty good. I saw him a few times. He would just play like smaller venues around here, but he was Wu-Tang affiliated. He wasn't in the Wu-Tang, obviously, but he was like affiliated with them. I don't know if he still is, or I don't even know if he still performs or what, but
okay, enough about him. We don't care anymore. Next on the list is a Run the Jewels remix. This is the Mexican Institute of Sound remix of Ooh La La.
Run the Jewels is fucking awesome.
Really fucking good. You guys got to check this out. And if you haven't heard the new album, the original version of this song was produced by DJ Premier. But I got to say, this features someone or maybe a couple dudes named Santa Fe Clan. And this is the Mexican Institute of Sound remix. This is really dope. Like I bumped this a bunch of times just in the first day.
I know who that Mexican Institute of Sound is. There's a local channel here in Grand Rapids called WYCE. It's like all locally funded. It's commercial free, and they play a lot of like folk and bluegrass and stuff. But there's a guy that always plays hip hop. There's a DJ that comes on and always plays hip hop, and he played a track by that Mexican Institute of Sound. It was like literally like a hip hop instrumental, but with like, Mexican horns and, all that kind of stuff. It was awesome.
That's what this has got. Yeah. This has almost like a hip hop mariachi band vibe to it.
I don't know if they were like rappers or not. I did look them up on YouTube, but I didn't get too deep into it. But what I heard was really cool. It was really freaking cool.
Dude, I like this comment from the Raven. I like how racist it almost sounds. What?
It's a white kind of black guy. They're cool.
Dude, Run the Jewels is the shit. All right, now look. 1, 2, 3, 4. The next 4 or 5 fucking songs on my list are all females. All right. So all you guys out there that hate female musicians, female rappers, y'all can just fucking troll the chat, all right? Like, go ahead, send the poop emojis. I do not give a fuck. First and foremost, this is living proof that I am not fronting on YouTube. I'm sharing music that I enjoy, and that includes the shit I'm about to share with you. I'm getting a little defensive ahead of time. I don't even know if I need to. I'm just bracing myself for the hate. But I hear tell that Roanbone from Beneath the Dirt listens to Britney Spears. So I'm not embarrassed at all at my picks. All right. The next one on the list is, and I don't think this one came out like this week. It might have came out last week, but I just heard it this week for the first time. It's from Nova Rockefeller, who actually was on that mini tour with Violent J. Remember that? I think they did the stage track together.
Yeah. I never really looked into her, but I know who she is. And I know, isn't she dating that guy that tried to like fake text messages from Violent J or something like that?
Yeah, I don't know about that whole scandal, but his name's Tom McDonald, and these two are like a powerhouse couple. You know, they make music together, they make videos together. Yeah. I'm not really a fan of Tom McDonald, like, at all. You know, like, but I gotta be honest, when you put stuff out, I check it out sometimes. Like, he makes
all right
videos. Yeah, he's all right. I'm not saying he sucks. I'm just saying I'm not a fan like that. Like,
you're right. Yeah. I checked out like one or two of his songs. I was like, okay. I mean, he's all right, I guess. He's
a bit of a tryhard, in my opinion. But
whatever
you got to do to fucking put yourself out there and get. They obviously get views. They obviously fucking make paper. I can't hate on that. But I've been a fan of Rockefeller for a minute, yo, and you know, before she ever did anything with ICP. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But this isn't even the name of the song. This, I think, is the album cover. Yeah, I don't want to play too much. It's almost like it's got a hard rock sound. So this is a pretty banging track. The song's called "Hey You." It's almost like, you know, she shed her skin. She's made changes in her life, and this song's kind of asking, "Yo, did you like who I used to be? Because that ain't me anymore. I'm a new person. Here I am." You know, I like it. It's dope.
Yeah, I'll look into her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm familiar with a little bit of her stuff, but not too much.
All right, next one. Now, this might be delving into some more mainstream territory. I'm not even sure because I don't pay attention to the mainstream. But I am a fan of Doja Cat. Do you know who Doja Cat is?
I know the name, but I don't know anything about it. I actually thought it was a YouTuber or something.
Well, you know, you're not far from the truth because,
okay,
or far from reality, because she was just a chick who like made music in her bedroom, and she made like videos and put them out there on her own. Like, anybody can do this shit, you know what I mean? But she blew the fuck up, and I think she did it by teasing her fans and saying, "Oh, if you run this video and give it all the views and all the plays, I'll show them my boobies." And then she didn't. So she totally tricked her fans into blowing her up.
If that works, go for it.
All right, so this is the track. It's actually a song by Saweetie featuring Doja Cat, and it's called "Best Friend." And I fuck with this track. I don't care what you guys say. These chicks are fucking fly. And,
they look pretty attractive.
Yeah, they're cute.
What I see there.
No, you should see like the video. If there's an actual like music video for it, I haven't seen it. But when you listen to this song on Spotify, it shows you a montage of footage.
Yeah.
Holy shit, these girls are on fire. And I enjoy Doja Cat a lot. I didn't really know who Saweetie was,
okay.
But one of her songs is all over TikTok. It's one of those songs that all the TikTok girls like to dance to. So, I mean, these girls are basically it right now. You know what I mean? And if you've never heard of them, I don't know what you're fucking waiting for. Check these girls out. They are shit. All right, next on the list, because we got to keep it rolling. We got 17 of these motherfuckers. So next on the list is more girls. All right, this is Girl Power. This is the remix of 34 plus 35. I'm talking about Ariana Grande featuring Megan Thee Stallion and, again, Doja Cat. Now, Ariana Grande put out her album, last year. This song is probably one of the first singles, maybe. It's one of the better songs on the track. And if you can't do math, 34 plus 35 is 69. And this is one of those songs where she's just like, I just want to fuck you all night. I want to 69 you. And she got Megan Thee Stallion and Doja Cat on the track just to make it 3 times fucking hotter. So I'm feeling this track. And again, I don't give a fuck who doesn't fuck with these lady rappers. All right. I like them.
I literally know nothing about Ariana Grande except that she dated
Mac Miller
from SNL. That's the only thing I know.
Wait, who?
Ariana Grande dated Pete Davidson from SNL or Saturday Night Live.
I don't know who Pete Davidson is.
He's the younger guy who's sleeved in tattoos.
Oh, the guy from The King of New York or Staten Island.
Yeah. His dad died in 9/11. His dad was a firefighter and died in 9/11.
Wait, no, that's the plot of that movie. Are you saying that's really true, though?
Pete Davidson. Yeah, I think that that's a movie he's in, right? Or
all right,
like
hold on. Slow down, back up, stop. Are you saying that the real actor, comedian, his dad really died in 9/11?
Yeah, Pete Davidson's dad died in the 9/11 attacks. Yeah.
Okay, I see. You're confusing me because I don't know dick about him. But in that movie, The King of Staten Island, it's about this kid whose father died. He was a firefighter, and I don't think it was not. It might have been 9. Yeah. Oh my God. So that movie's like almost autobiographical. I didn't realize.
Now that you're saying that, I think there is a movie that was like loosely based on his story or something to that effect.
That's what we're talking about right now. It's a Judd Apatow movie. I just didn't realize that it was based off of a real thing. I didn't know.
And Pete Davidson was engaged to Ariana Grande. I couldn't tell you what she looks like. I couldn't name you a single one of her songs. So
Brooklyn Menace with the facts. That movie's based on his life. You know what? I learned something new every day. And Ariana Grande, she actually dated Mac Miller before he died.
Yeah. I'm familiar with it. I know he passed away and all that, but yeah, I'm familiar with his stuff. So
yeah, it's sad when people did pass away. But she's engaged to some other tool now.
Yeah, her and Pete Davidson broke up.
Okay. Well, you seem to know a lot more about her than I do, even though you don't know what she looks like.
Pete Davidson, so that's really the only reason. And even him, I only know his work from SNL, but he is freaking great.
All right. Well, next time she's dating someone else, let me know because I hope it's me.
I don't follow her, so I'll have to find out through Pete Davidson, and then I'll let you know.
Yeah, and then Megan Thee Stallion is the chick who got shot in the foot by her boyfriend.
Okay, yeah, I actually recognize that story now. I remember seeing it on Google or something.
Yep, that was talk about drama for your mama.
Man, stay out of the rap game.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on to the next. We got more females for you, and now I talk about PJ Harvey every once in a blue moon. Usually when my Spotify top 5 come up and she's always on the list, it's because I listen to PJ Harvey every day. And she's not a rapper. She's she's just an indie songwriter who's been around since the 90s. She's older than me. Yeah. And so she's been releasing recently demos and so she's been re-releasing albums, maybe remastered versions of her older shit, and all of these remastered albums come with every track the demo versions, right? And I gotta be honest, a lot of her early stuff is not really my thing, but the album that turned me on to her, it was actually because of Nikki Sixx from Motley Crue. He used to blog a lot, and one day he wrote about PJ Harvey's album, Stories from the City, Stories from the Sea. And he was basically saying that he was obsessed with it. He couldn't stop listening to it. And I was like, PJ Harvey, I've never heard of him. I didn't know. So
Yeah.
I looked up the album and I just listened to it and I fucking fell in love with it. Like the whole thing is like bangers, but I'd say there's like 5 songs on the album that I just listened to on repeat, man. It's so good. And this is one of the songs that I love. And she just released the demo version of it, which means that throughout the month, I'm going to get more demos on Spotify. And then eventually I'm going to fucking buy this album with the demos and the remaster on vinyl. I am waiting for this to drop so I can cop it, because as you guys know, I'm slowly building a vinyl collection, and this is my favorite album from her. So it was really cool to hear the demo version of this song, and the studio version of this song actually features I think his name is Tom York, the lead singer of Radiohead.
Yeah. I'm super familiar with Radiohead, but I know that's his name.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool. It's a duet, but this demo version is just her, and she's doing the duet with herself. So it's kind of cool. It's like the song, and it has everything the original version, or the final version has, except without Tom York.
Just not the male vocals, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not mad about that because I love her voice, and but kind of the studio version is the superior version because Tom York really adds something to that. That's
for sure. It's like when you are used to that, and then that part's gone, that's going to make a pretty straight difference.
And she doesn't collab off. I mean, she does have collab albums, but it's more like collabing with instrumentalists. Usually, just her singing. She doesn't have many duets, But I think Tom York is on 2 songs from this album. Anyways, I just thought I'd share this with you guys because I'm obsessed with her, and I can't even say that this is my favorite album of her. She put out 2 albums that I think I like more than this one since then. She's put out like 4 or 5 albums since then, but 2 of them. All I'm saying is that I can't stop listening to PJ Harvey. I'm so obsessed. She's from England, so she's got a British accent. I don't hear much behind the scenes. I don't actually want to know too much about her. I don't want to ruin the fantasy in my mind. I just like her music so much. I kind of stay away from. I see pictures, Polaroids, and then I see her and her boyfriend. I'm like, no, I don't want to see that.
No. Now I know I have no chance with her.
Exactly.
Yep.
Get the fuck out of here. All right.
Yep.
All right. Next song on the list is, and I didn't even play you the clip. Hold on. I guess I'll play you a little snippet here. All right, that's all you get. Now that was the only part that the chick is on in this song. All right, her name is Sherry Rain. She just does that little short intro, and then this track is Mr. Hyde with Self-Titled, and this song is fucking dope. It's called Funky Fresh Face Melt. If you don't know who Mr. Hyde is, he used to be on Necro's label, Psychological Records. I don't think he's on there anymore.
I know the name because I still have a couple Necro albums.
Yeah, and he was basically Necro's hype man for years and years. And I used to fuck with Necro and Mr. Hyde and Ill Bill and all these guys, and I kind of leaned away from them a little bit. But yeah, this popped up on my Spotify because I'm also a fan of Self-Titled, and so I was like, oh shit, Mr. Hyde, Self-Titled, dude, this song fucking bangs. I've listened to this like 4 or 5 times just today. It's so good because I've been putting this list together and playing the songs. Like, what order do I want to do this list? Let me put all the girls together, and then this has a little intro from a chick. So I put bookended the ladies with this track, and this track there. Let me play you a snippet from the end. It's got some dope scratching from what's his name? I can't read it because the thing keeps moving. No, his name is DJ Tembi. Yo, this track is fucking awesome. I love the graphics too, with the melting skull, the melting face.
Fucking artwork is awesome.
Yeah. I don't know who did that artwork, but they're fucking dope. All right, next on the list is another track that came out, I think, yesterday, and that is from LSP's founding, ringleader, Scum. He's got a new track, and it's called Right Here. Let me play you a little bit of the end of it.
Oh, it's up with me like you cut the shit aside. This right here's what we all about. Team stuff.
Team Snuff.
I got to look more into them. I haven't dug too deep into them. I always hear Chaos talking about them, and obviously the DCG Con, aren't they the ones who kind of got it set so we could go to the Roxy and all that? And
yeah, because
look more into their whole thing, and I just never get around to it.
Well, Scum owns the Roxy. That's his.
Oh, okay.
That's his venue. So when our shit got shut down, he opened the doors to his venue for us and really saved DCG Con for us.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. So we owe Scum, and I definitely like LSP. They got a large roster, and there's actually more LSP on this list. And you know what? He should be next, but for some reason he's not next on the list. But we'll get to more LSP in a second.
Cool. I got to make a mental note. I gotta look into them some more.
Yeah, here we go. Don Chaos repping his boys. That's what's up.
Yeah. What up, Chaos?
Yeah, what up, Chaos? All right. Next on the list is Politicize.
Yeah, I know this one. Not necessarily this track, but I know his stuff.
This track features Jason Porter. It's actually a remix, and I actually have the reason that this song is on the list is not because it just came out. This song came out at the beginning of the year, but this song, let me just change the screen real quick, because how do I do that? Go over here, Chrome tab. This song just came out with a video.
Oh,
so,
nice.
Yeah, that's why this song is on the list, because Politicize just dropped a music video for this track, and it's got Jason Porter on there. I'm a fan of Jason Porter as well.
Yeah, he's been around for a long time.
Yeah, he's been around for a minute. And if I'm not wrong, isn't he a tunnel runner?
That I'm not 100% sure. I know he was affiliated pretty hardcore with FAYGO lovers for quite a while.
Okay.
So but always promoting his stuff. I feel like he was writing for them for a while too, maybe.
Okay, I don't know anything about that, but
I know they promoted him all the time. So
well, sure. Like
that's how I know his name.
Jason Porter has worked with a million fucking people in the underground. That is a fact.
Yeah, that is 100% fact.
All right. So anyways, here's that music video. You guys should check it out. Let me give that a like. I already watched it, but yeah, Politicize is the shit. And I've actually been in communication with Politicize because if you guys didn't know, Cali Green Too Fresh and Hecka, is the record label that he's managing, and he's working with Politicize. And so I've actually been talking to Politicize. I'm going to have him on the show in the future when his album drops finally. And he told me, well, it's very exciting, but I'm not allowed to play it for you, but I've heard his song with Shaggy 2 Dope.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's got a track with Shaggy. And it can't be a secret because he gave me permission to share a photograph of him and Shaggy in the studio. So let me pull up this again. And yeah, so in the future, when he is ready to drop his album, he also has a music video for this track with Shaggy 2 Dope that will be dropping. And there's the photo op of him and Stretch Nuts in the studio. I forget when this took place. It was sometime last year. But But you know, when you got an album and you got a feature with Shaggy 2 Dope, you obviously want to get your ducks in a row, and you want to get that music video out there first. And so, even though he shared the song with me, I swore not to play it, not to share it. And
Sure.
yeah, so we're gonna keep this on the down low until it's time. I may be the first one to publicly talk about the music video. Whoops.
I can't wait to hear that one.
Well, I know a lot more than I'm going to say. All I'm going to say is keep your eyes and ears peeled for Politicized. Don't sleep on this motherfucker. He's got fucking fire coming this year, 2021.
Hell yeah.
He's a good dude, too. So definitely check out the music video that is out right now for Immense Pain, the remix with Jason Porter. And next on the list, we have got more LSP. And this one is called Devil in My Pen, and it features Damian Quinn and Smalls One. And the fun fact about this track, Insane Poetry, we talked about him last week. He's got a new album coming out, Wicked Calligraphy, Killigraphy, and he's got bundles. I definitely support that guy. He is a friend of Carnival Spirits. We have exclusive music from him on our upcoming mixtape. Shout out to Insane Poetry. And what's cool, and shout out to Cali Green Too Fresh for putting me onto this, but Damian Quinn's verse at the end of this song actually has an ICP reference in it. And let me see if I can find the timestamp, because if I can, I'll play it for you right now. Did I write down the timestamp? It looks like I didn't. Maybe I can find it anyway. It's at the end of the song.
I take a razor and cut a mistake. I'm not really don't want to stop me. What's the meaning? Recipe? If I'm shot up with celery, and I say it is telling me my work is not done. Grab a gun, I understand. Speak of insane poetry and worship that you compliment. And negative advantage, he has no break. Either grab a machete, paint my face like ICP, then make dead bodies talk to me.
That's what's up. He said, "Paint my face like ICP and make dead bodies talk to me." So
nice.
That's a friendly shout out right there, a little reference. I fuck with it. And of course, Damian Quinn is one half of Dark Half, also with the late great Gino Cult Shit. And I see my boys in the chat giving props as they always do. What up, Cali Green? Hecka in the house. And next on the list, because we got to keep this rolling. It's already almost 4:15. Let's see here. All right. Another song with an ICP reference. DJ Chunk is Ouija Max DJ. Okay. And he just dropped this track this week, and it is fucking dope. It features Donnie Menace, and there's another name on here, Dent One.
You know we coming with the bumps, something coming with the bars. I can take you with a better way, don't touch you in the jokes. Working that wicked shit, what you motherfuckers want? I'm Shaggy in 95, fuck you, what's up my nuts?
He just said Shaggy in 95, fuck you, suck my nuts. So that was a little Too Dope reference from old school Shaggy from that Fuck Off album.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's a few years old right there.
That is quite a hark back to back in the day. You know, I mean, in '95, I was not yet even aware of ICP yet.
I was, but just barely. So.
Right on. You know, this April will be my 25th anniversary of getting down with the clown.
There you go. Man, I got into him about 2 months before Riddlebox. So.
Yeah. So it's cool. I got a lot of dope anniversaries coming up this year. That's just one of them, and that's on Easter Sunday. Nice. That's when I was introduced to ICP on Easter Sunday, '96. But yo, this track right here, Cut 'Em Up with DJ Chunk, Donnie Menace, Dent One, is fire. Like they got a verse, a hook, and then the next verse is just scratching. And they do that a couple other times. Then Dent One, and then the next hook, and then the next verse is just scratching. And it's like, it reminds me of like supervillains where, you know, Shaggy was just cutting it up. Like, yeah, this is some good shit right here. You guys got to check this out. All right. Next on the list is Lex the Hexmaster, he just dropped this track yesterday, I think. I think it was yesterday. It's called Real One. He's making it rain there on the fucking single cover.
Yep.
All right, that intro's taking way too long, so we're not even going to listen to it. But fuck what you heard. I like Lex the Hexmaster. He's a New York rapper, and he's got bars. And, yeah, I'm a fan. So check this motherfucker out. Don't sleep. You know, he's got fucking every album he releases has got bangers on it. And
yeah, get caught up on his stuff. The last thing I got by him is why am I spacing on it? Is it Connection or something? No, that's not right.
I'm not sure.
Whatever the album cover where it's like a cartoon, he's like falling from a building. I don't know why I can't think of it.
Yeah. No, it's called Contact.
Contact. Yes. Why? What did I say? Connection. Yeah. Contact. That's the last thing I got by him.
That's his. That was his debut on Magic Ninja.
Yeah. Yep.
And not his debut, but it was his debut LP. Yeah, he put out some EPs. That's the thing. Lex is hard working, man. He releases more shit than I think anyone on that label.
Yeah.
Constantly putting out EPs and singles, and he's doing features all over the place. I mean, he's literally on everybody's fucking album. I think he's got to be one of the most easiest people to work with. And that's a good thing for him. You know, he's making moves. I'm a big fan of
every track he's on too. He's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, if you want a good feature on your release, like look at this guy, because I've never seen him fuck a track up in a bad way. All right, next on the list is, now this is actually an entire album that came out this week. It is 311's Mardi Gras 2020 performance. Now, if you guys don't know 311, they have just like we have Juggalo Day, they have 311 Day. Can you guess when 311 Day is?
I don't have any idea. I can't come up with anything.
It's on 311. Third month of the year, 11th day. So
311, that can't be right.
Every year on 311 Day, they do an epic fucking show somewhere, and it's been, you know, they've gone to different places. They've gone to Vegas. They've gone to New Orleans, and I think they've kept it in New Orleans for many years now. And obviously, last year with the pandemic, they had to do the same thing that everybody else had to do. They had to broadcast their performance on, do some sort of like buy a ticket, watch the show on your computer type deal. And I didn't take part in that, but they just this week released the performance as an album on Spotify. So I checked it out, and it's dope. I'm a huge 311 fan. And,
I love it.
Yeah, it doesn't. The only thing is that they have so much music. It's kind of like ICP. They have so much music that when they do a live show, you never hear all your favorite songs because they have way too many fucking deep cuts. They
started in like the late 80s or very, very early 90s.
Yeah, they've been around for a long time. I only got into them around like 97, and so they were blowing up when that was the Transistor album. And
I just the album right before that is when I first heard them.
That's what
self-titled.
Most people heard of them from the Blue album because
Blue,
that was their big mainstream jump there. Yeah. And but the cool thing about 311 is that they got it all. They got rock, they got rap, they got reggae. They just are so eclectic, and they're so positive. They are literally one of my favorite bands to go see live. And so this Mardi Gras 2020 release, it hit on all the right levels for me. I don't really expect anyone to fucking dig them. If you're not already inclined to like 311, this album ain't gonna fucking turn you on to them. But if you are interested, I could give you, maybe I'll do this in the future. I'll make like top 17 311 tracks recommended by BeastMaster, and I'll make a playlist, share it with you, and dare you not to fall in love with this band. Like,
I find it hard that people don't like them. I know people that don't like them, and I'm just like, I can understand if they're not your cup of tea, but like I know I've heard people literally say they suck. I'm like, I know. To them, that's fine, but they do not suck. Like you said, how they're so eclectic, and every style of music they do, they fucking nail it. Like everything. like everything they do, they're great at.
Yeah,
Like my bass player is absolutely obsessed with their bass player. And yep. And so I hear it's my friend Patrick. I hear them through him a lot, and I already like them anyway, you know. So I'm gonna check that out. Sure, I didn't even know that came out.
They just came out, but they only released one bad album in their whole career, in my opinion. It's Uplifter. It doesn't have one good song on there. I don't know. It's weird. Every band has like an off album sometimes, you know.
Yep.
And it's so strange because like I could bank on 311 to at least give me 3 or 4 fucking classics on an album, on every album. But yeah, for some reason that one album didn't have one fucking song that I put on my personal playlist. Like
I listened to that one in a while. I don't remember a lot about it, so I'll have to listen to it again and see if you're right.
No, you don't. Just skip that.
Okay. All right, I'll just skip it.
I mean, like saying is out of all their albums, there's only one that I just fucking hate. Like I tried to find the good in it, and I'm like, God damn, this album's fucking wasting my time. Like
pretty much all bands that I'm into have an album like that. Like one of my other favorite bands, Enter the Haggis. They're like an Irish kind of folk rock band, and they put out all their stuff is just amazing. And then they just dropped this one that I tried so hard to get into and just could not get into.
Right? It happens, you know. All right, so let's go. All right, so the next 4 albums were all released recently, and we actually talked about this on a previous BeastMasteR show. And I am talking about Mikey Clark's Shocked Rhythms and Damn Near Speechless series. And he has been dropping these on Instagram periodically this year. And so I've got, just like, you know, just for a soundbite purpose, I've got one song from each album to share, not to play, but just to play a snippet of. You guys tell me if you recognize this beat. Oops. I give you a hint. I need a freak.
Okay, now I can hear it.
The song's even called Freak Beat.
Okay. I haven't heard any of these albums yet.
Yeah, well, look, the instrumentals on these albums are so diverse. I mean, you know Mikey Clark. He's got hip-hop, he's got pop, he's got metal, he's got his genre-bending skills are just unmatched. And there are 4 fucking volumes. Here's the next one. Tell me if you recognize this one. All right, I'll give you a hint. I've been to Michigan one time for Halloween, kid. Right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the instrumental that they used for the shit at the end of Bizarre Bazaar when they're doing all the freestyles with Rude Boy. And there are other tracks on. Oh, I'm sorry. That's volume 2 that we were just listening to. Okay. That one was on volume 2. Now on volume 3, I don't remember where I heard this before. It might have been on one of Mikey Clark's, like, you know, maybe a murder mix, or you tell me, but I have definitely heard this song before. It's called Hiding Hookers Under Mattresses. Have you heard this?
Yeah, it sounds familiar, but I couldn't place it.
Well, it features Tino Gross. I forget the band that dude's from. Maybe
it sounds familiar too.
If I click his name, hold on. If I click that dude's name, maybe it will tell me Tino Gross. What the fuck? It's not gonna. Never mind. I thought it would like let me link to the dude's Spotify, and then I could tell you. I think the Howling Diablos is the name of his band.
It's something.
I need a fact checker.
I know that name for sure.
I think it's the Howling Diablos. Anyways, so Mikey Clark, and this is like a smooth, like, you know, guitar driven bluesy type track. Hard to hear. Look, I don't want you guys to hear it. I want you guys to go check out this shit. You know, go support Mikey Clark. Actually, this is going to segue into the next thing that we're going to talk about. But we have one more volume, and I honestly couldn't recognize any of the beats on volume 4. Like, I really tried to, I was like trying to like think like maybe some of these beats were Boondoxes, or maybe some of them, like they on one of the previous albums, there was definitely a beat that was used by Twisted on one of their Fright Fest releases. The one called "We Need Help" or "I Need Some Help." Do you remember that song?
That one doesn't ring a bell.
Okay, I think it was like Fright Fest from like 2005. You know, and it's got like ROC on it, and maybe even Prozac. I could be wrong about that, but anyway, like Mikey Clark kind of threw a few fucking like variant versions of beats that juggalos are familiar with, but a lot of this stuff is just stuff I've never heard before. And this was one of my favorites from Volume 4. It's called Surf Rock Soda, and it's got that, like, you know, that fucking, I don't know, that beach boogie vibe to it. You know what I mean?
Surf guitar, kind of.
Yeah, surf guitar. You know, like the Ventures. You know. And that's it. So that's 17 fucking you know, releases that I just shared with y'all. And I really tried to keep it at 17, but I do have an honorable mention, okay? Because this right here, Wicked Wood's new release, Simulated Reality, I already promoted this on a previous BeastMasteR show, and I actually ordered a bundle package from them that I received half of so far, because they sent me like the t-shirt and the face mask, and then the CD portion of the bundle, the guys of Wicked Wood, they both wanted to sign it. So like one member signed it and then sent it to the other member to sign. So the CD's bouncing around between these guys, and it hasn't actually made it to me yet. You know, and I like to open my mail, you know, on the show, and I have about 1, 2, 3, 4 packages sitting here, and I'm only opening one per show. So it's like I'm not at a lack for topics, and I'm not for a lack of mail to open on the show. And I'm still sitting on the half of my bundle waiting for the second half, and then I'll open them both together. You know what I mean? But dude, this album fucking kicks ass. I listened to it all the way through, and like halfway through, I started to really like the tracks, and then it was just banger after banger after banger. Dude, I mean, but we'll talk about this in the future.
Cool.
Yeah, really, really good. So that's the honorable. It came out recently, but you know, it technically shouldn't be on my list because I only wanted to do 17. Keeping a strict rule here, but already breaking my rules. But yeah, so Mikey Clark being the kind of like the grand finale of all these releases, I wanted to segue into the next topic for the day, and that is something that's in the title of the video, and that is Mikey Clark's cassettes. And so let me open up the video that I need. Oops. Because I got all those other. All right. I got the video right here. Now, I follow Mikey Clark on all social media that he is on. And I follow him on YouTube. I follow him on Instagram. Apparently, he went live on Instagram this week and started sharing old cassette tapes. He started playing old cassette tapes. And I missed it. But a ninja with a channel called Whoop x2, he screenshotted this shit and he posted it on his channel. So I want to give a huge shout out to Whoop 2, Whoop Whoop, Whoop times 2, however you want to say your YouTube channel name, for posting this freshness. And it's like 9 minutes long. We're not going to watch the whole thing, but I'm going to play you this shit because this shit is epic. All right, let's check this out.
Other tracks on there, I don't think. This is the original rough that I laid down from my bedroom. All right, well, we had enough of that. I'm gonna play this fucking Rabbit Got the Gun, Kid Rock.
All right, so he's going to play some old Kid Rock shit that I don't really care about. Let me skip ahead a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not interested in Kid Rock either.
This is from Discmakers. Reference cassette. PSY 007. 1121.
It freezes for a heartbeat, but then it comes right back. I think it does this once.
Is he at his cabin in the woods studio?
Right?
Come on, who's got this?
Like,
He's in the basement.
This is the reference cassette that they would send me for approval. Make sure this shit sounded right. I guess. Come on, who's got PSY 00? It can't be Ringmaster, could it be? It is. Somebody said Ringmaster. Yep. So yeah, man, that's the actual reference cassette before that shit even got pressed. What else? What else do we got? It goes on forever, dude. I could be here all night. What can I leave with you with? It says House of Wonder. Thing. House of Wonders ICP. Let's see what's on this bitch. Nothing. I gotta rewind it. All right, go to MikeClark.com. There's a backstage section and the Juggalo page. The password is Juggalo. That's the password. Don't forget it. MikeClark.com backstage, and then there's a ICP or not just ICP, but Juggalo page. And I'm gonna post shit there. And there's a comment board. You guys can talk shit. Let's see if I can find this fucking track on this cassette. All right.
So that's cool. MikeyClark.com. I just saw Twisted joining the live stream.
What's going on over here?
He says, "Go away, Twisted." GP. I didn't notice that before.
Can't find it. Let's see if there's one more.
Dude, this is so dope seeing him just digging through his old cassette tapes. Oh my god, this is Mikey Clark.
I follow him on Instagram. I didn't even, if I did go to notifications about it, I didn't see it.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm gonna roll on.
They were all rough mixes. I don't even think that shit just came out. All right, that's all I got. I think
It's not all he has. He has more.
Yeah.
that's all I got, yo.
No, we're only like halfway through the video.
Check back. I'm gonna keep digging through this shit, and
But that's what's worth noting is that he says he's going to do this again. So everybody go follow Mikey Clark on Instagram and set your notifications so you can see this live when he does it, you know?
whoa, what is this? What's that say? 3 pigs. Let's see where we were at. Oh, it's different. It's probably an early. See, we had to, when we go to the studio, we had to put our shit down on cassette. We didn't have CDs in our cars. We didn't have CDs, period. Motherfuckers weren't invented. So we put these rough mixes on cassette just to hear what we did that night. And then, yeah, so there's all kinds of crazy
into the big world to build
mixes.
their homes and seek their fortunes.
That's it. Rock! Holy shit! Oh, dude, the drums are crushing on this mix. Holy shit. It doesn't have that whistle in it. Everybody knows about the wicked piggy roaster. The sheriff at the border. He tried to take me out to my ass with the carcass and I cut his chin. Adam's apple.
Different lyrics.
Yeah, he's doing the redo.
Yeah. He's more familiar with the newer one. Dude, this is so dope watching Mikey Clark bug out with his old cassettes in this rare shit.
That's awesome.
Holy shit. I gotta transfer that. I've gotta put that down. That shit is fucking fire. All right, I'm out of here.
So he's going to plug his website one more time. I'm going to let that play. So everyone
go to MikeClark.com, backstage. Leave some comments. Because I can't read this shit. You guys are typing. I got to put my glasses on. I look like a fucking idiot. When you get old, you fucking can't see. See, look at that. That's my glasses. Transfer all that drum loop. Yeah, this mix is crushing on the drums. See, look how much older I look.
All right, I don't care about you thinking you look old, Mike Clark. You're a legend, bro. All right, get over it.
EClark.com or just MikeClark.com?
I think it's MikeyClark.com, but fact checkers, this is your job. Let us know. I haven't gone there yet. I literally just saw this on YouTube and was like, oh shit, I missed Mikey Clark on Instagram. Like, I don't know what time of day he did this. I obviously wasn't paying attention, right?
I didn't see it. So.
But yeah, man, this is a great find, and he says he's going to be posting shit on the Juggalo page. So I think the password is Juggalo. You go to MikeyClark.com, find the page, use the password. He says there's a message board on there. We can talk shit. I say let's all go to Mikey Clark's website and talk some shit, y'all. Yeah, it looks like a fun time, man. And so, that right there was one of the highlights of my week. I really geeked out when I saw that. And I love his enthusiasm. He got so excited playing that shit and singing along with it. Like, that was really nice to see.
Fuck yeah, man. It's a lot of it. He probably hasn't, if he was just digging through all those boxes, he probably hasn't listened to any of those since they were making that specific, album.
Yeah, and I think I might have skipped the part where he's like, "Oh, I'm so unorganized, and I need to, some of these are unlabeled." And he's saying there is no E, but then Callie Green is saying it is in fact MikeyClark.com. So, and then he says both work. Then he may have bought both URLs. I mean,
yeah.
That's not a bad idea, right? To lock in both versions of your name and have them redirect you to the same shit. So,
Joe that owns that mygeekscene.com. That's what he did.
Right, and yeah, a lot of people do that. When they have a new website, they just redirect you to the main website. Or they have a new URL.
Yeah.
So that was fucking awesome. Really fucking cool seeing that shit.
Going and watching that.
Right, that's the devil in my pen again. We already did that. Wow, we just rocked through so much of the topics, and it's only 4:40, and that means we have plenty of time to pretty much hit everything we're going to hit today. Let me see. Let me see what else we're trying to do. All right, I got something for y'all. Let's look at the screen share. And let me put up the template. Tom Wood, legendary artist.
I've heard him before.
Yeah, he recently has been promoting his underground collection, and I just thought this would be fun to share because some of these I've seen before, and some of them I actually have not seen before. Obviously, most recently we have Big Hoodoo's The Red Book, right? The Houdini Chronicles Part 1.
That was the cover.
Yep. The one on the right, upper right, is the LSP crew.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I see Scum, Smalls One, Insane Poetry, looks like Liquid Assassin, Damian Quinn, and shit, I don't know who the other guy is. Somebody help me out. Need someone in the chat knows. Who's the short guy with the ball cap?
John Chaos, help us out, quick.
Yeah. Well, you know, and obviously this was this artwork was done not so recently. I mean, I remember he got the blessing from LSP to bring prints of this to the gathering years ago. So you know this is at least 2 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And the roster has grown and shrunk since. You know, it's changed. So, but this right here, a fucking killer image of LSP, their crew. So yeah, I don't know Pitch Black. I don't know Risk. And I can't even pronounce those guys' names, even though I think I've heard of them before. I actually remember when Tom Wood was sharing this artwork from the bottom right-hand corner for Dirty. Like, I remember when he shared that artwork, and when this guy was releasing his album, he hired Tom Wood to do the album art. And I remember Tom Wood showed like the before and after, like the pencil sketch, and then.
Yeah. I remember him showing those now too. Now that you mentioned, like he was doing the step-by-step process.
Yeah, I love that. I love getting like a view of behind the scenes with that shit. But like, for example, on the bottom left-hand corner, never seen this guy before, never seen this image before, but it's so dope. He looks like he's running someone over with a lawnmower. Fucking sick. Like all of these images are dope, and I just like the way that. That Tom Wood has packaged it all together as like calling it the Underground Collection, collaborations with artists and personalities in the underground. They're all available as prints, canvases, and now they're all available as woven blankets.
Nice.
So for all the LSP fans, for all the Big Hoodoo fans, fucking, I can vouch for these blankets. They are top fucking quality. I got one. I got a Dark Carnival one. So fucking dope. But yeah, so I thought I'd just share this because that's one of the things I like to focus on the show is artwork. I'm just a huge fan of underground artwork. And the website is tomwoodfantasyart.com. You can't see it because of the ticker. Here, let me raise this a little bit. There you go.
Yeah, I keep meaning to buy. I want to get one of his canvases of like something from Into the ECHOSIDE. There's a couple when he was promoting them one time. I picked out a couple. I'm like, I'm gonna get those, and then just didn't get around to doing it.
Right on.
Yeah.
So we got that, and let's see. Is there anything else? Oh, there is. Now, I'll let you decide, ECHOSIDE Fiend.
All right.
Would you like to delve into your history first, or would you like to save that for last? And the only other thing that I have planned besides that is Comments of Carnage.
About the FAYGO.
Which we got a good one this week.
Yeah, let's do the FAYGO comments first.
All right. We'll do comments.
Really quick, I'm going to use the restroom. I will be right back.
All right, I'll introduce the clip. So, as you guys know, Comments of Carnage is something that we kind of started doing on Carnival Spirits years ago, off and on. I think the first time we ever had like a really, really fun Comments of Carnage, or if it wasn't even the first Comments of Carnage, it was Blase Rose related, with just droves and droves of juggalos trolling Blase Rose. It might have been like one of her songs, or it might have just been the announcement of her being on Psychopathic Records. And it was really funny and amusing seeing all butthurt juggalos and just the sense of humor and all the trolling, you know. So today's Comments of Carnage has been brought to you by FAYGO. And if you don't know, FAYGO on their social media this week posted an image. Oops, I didn't mean to move the image like that. FAYGO posted an image. Shit, why did I keep doing that? Okay. Let me close this and let me. Where is the FAYGO? Okay, so I'm going to show you guys the original post. Okay, like this isn't FAYGO lovers. This isn't FAYGO's post. This is actually the original Instagram post that, as you can see, was commented on by FAYGO. All right, Dan Rari, he just posted sponsored and tagged FAYGO, and this was on December 10th of 2020. FAYGO commented the picture and said, "This picture is fire. Can we use this on our page?" They actually asked permission to use this picture, and clearly they said yes, because this week this picture ended up on FAYGO's social media, and here is the post as it showed up. And shout out to Crazy McCormick for providing the screenshot of this original post, because what they ended up doing was they actually ended up editing the caption for this post and changing it due to the backlash, the Juggalo fucking bombardment, the comments of carnage, as you will.
I didn't see that they changed it.
Okay, so the original post says, "Two legends never."
Did we figure who these guys are?
Well, I mean, I looked at their Instagram. They're fucking soccer players, but they're also rappers. So I think it's a soccer player who raps. And I actually saw Psycho Jesus on Facebook posting about this, and he says that they're that the dude's like what's it called? His SoundCloud page. He has like 7,000 plays. Like he's a small time rapper.
I mean, and props to him for doing what he wants to do. But legends, I mean, come on. I can think of two guys that fit that a little bit more with this specific beverage. Right
now, and that is the whole point of Comments of Carnage, because we are about to pull up the FAYGO post, and we are about to dive into these comments here. But first, before I actually open up, because like I said, they edited the post, and they actually put I'm going to show you that next, and then we're going to go. I'm going to show you one last screenshot from Instagram, and then we're actually going to go to the Facebook post itself and look at the comments. Not just, I took screenshots, but I think they're all still there. So we're gonna have some fun. But yeah, oops, that's not the one.
They should put couple of legends runners up. That's what they should have edited it to.
So this was actually what they changed it to. Our fans have legendary tastes to match our legendary flavors. and then below they have a comment that says, "Hi, FAYGO fam. To be clear, our fans are the legends simply for choosing FAYGO. We do not endorse artists. We love our fans. We've edited our comment since it seemed to create some confusion. We love you all." And the best part about this screenshot that I took is Ouija Mac's comment right there on the bottom. He says, "Check your DM." Like Ouija Mac. Like they're gonna see Ouija Mac's fucking goopy ass face with all the tattoos. Like, "Oh, yes, we will read your DMs, Mr. Mac."
He should have just commented nice cover or something like that. Nice deflection.
I mean, I can only imagine that Ouija Mac is trying to pull a clout move and be like, "Good sirs, I am on the record label of said artist that you have been slighting for decades and decades."
I have heard, just real quickly before we get into this, I have heard, I'm not 100% sure if it's true or not, but there's somebody that like the person who's next in line to be like the president of FAYGO has said as soon as he takes over that he will be working with ICP.
I've heard that rumor as well. But I can't confirm it or deny it.
I don't know if it's true or not, but I've heard that. I've seen it online. I've heard other people talking about it.
It's one of those things where it's like, you know, you hear a lot of things, and that's what gets juggalos all bent out of shape, because they hear stuff, they get their hopes up, and when stuff doesn't pan out the way it does in their fantasy, then they you know, have a bad time. So I'm not banking on it, but man, wouldn't that be great? The day that the fucking chairman, you know, fucking the owner of FAYGO, when he croaks,
CEO, whatever.
when the CEO of FAYGO kicks the bucket and the next in line opens the doors to psychopathic, ooh, that'll be a beautiful day.
Somebody who's a little bit more younger and more in touch, somewhere around in that company, has to be like, this is a lot of money we could be all sitting on, both ICP and FAYGO.
All right, let me just show you one more screenshot I took, and this is from Juggalos Are Beautiful. They made a little edit here. This is too good not to share, you know.
That is fucking awesome.
But this isn't even the comment. So now I'm going to actually open up the. I'm actually going to open up the Facebook page, and we're gonna read some comments here, and this is gonna be fun. Let's see.
It's gonna be entertaining. I have a good feeling.
Yes, it is. And we'll actually be able to see. I'm banking on being able to see, because you can click a button and it shows you the edit that they made.
Yeah, yeah.
And if it doesn't, I actually have a screenshot of that, so not worried about it. But okay, so here's the post on Facebook. Again, that's the edited version of it. But I think if I click right here, view edit history, here you can see their original caption versus the changed caption. And yeah, that's some, like, can you understand why juggalos would be a little fucking upset at this? Two legends, like you're calling these guys legends. All right, so let's look at these fucking comments. First of all, I just got to say, when I first was shown this post, Blake's comment on the top, that's not Slim One right there.
Yeah.
His picture and his comment had more likes than the actual original FAYGO post.
Yeah.
So that means that more juggalos were looking at this and liking that fucking picture and that comment than people were actually liking the FAYGO post, which is hilarious. And then, you know, after an hour or two, the ratio started to change. But
yeah.
I got this set to most relevant, and I'm going to keep it that way because it's showing me all these posts from people that I recognize, starting with Not Slim One.
Yeah.
And from here, we got Justin Parker with ICP looks different than I recall. That's my sarcasm. Now, of course, here's FAYGO's redacted statement. Oh no, here's another one. Guys, we are not endorsing any music here. Well, these guys are actually rappers, so you fucking actually did, and you called them two legends, dumbasses. But they say, we like sharing cool fan pics. This is definitely a cool pic that caught our eye. We said it before, we say it again. We love all of our fans and supporters. And what is up with this fucking GIF that they're like awkward?
I still never been able to figure out what that is.
No, I don't mean what it is. I just mean like
Oh.
this is the vibe that they're putting out. They're like, guys,
what does that have to do with their comment?
Isn't it kind of funny that I'm wearing this shirt? Like, they have made themselves a fucking target. Like, literally, juggalos are going for the fucking jugular. All right, let's read some of these. I got a comment right here from Zane of the Juggalo Yacht Club. He says, out of respect for the clowns, you guys should be ashamed. Then we got Matt Maddock with ICP made it internationally famous. Much love to ICP. Well, that's a nice unconfrontational, reminder to FAYGO. Oh no, we got Rudy, Rude Boy.
Oh, nice.
This is try to read this in Rudy's voice. Come on, where is the ICP love from FAYGO? Here's another one that got a lot of likes. Two legends with emojis, and it's showing the nice little picture there of the wicked clowns. Oh, there's my homie Mikey Benson. Do you know how much money the Insane Clown Posse and Juggalos have brought this company? Shame that you guys don't do more with them. Just because there's like thousands and thousands of comments, I'm not going to click on the replies. Like, I just can't, we can't go that much longer into this. But here we go. We got Meg 2 Dope here. Quit denying it. Just embrace it. Oh, look, we got Shade from Hecka. You see how this is post a lot of You see how this is post has a lot of engagement. It would have more if you just recognized the culture that's put on for your brand harder than any marketing team you got. He's yelling, so it was hard to read that one.
Yeah, it sounds like he was mad.
Yeah, everybody. That's what I love about Comments of Carnage. Like, everyone's triggered as fuck, you know. Here we got Mr. McIntosh. All the Juggalos in the comments right now. Yeah, exactly. Everybody's fucking triggered. Here's another one from Megan. Juggalos have FAYGO shipped to their house states away from Michigan, being taxed like crazy. Do crisscross fans do that? Yeah, didn't think so. Oh, she's calling these guys crisscross.
One of the guys from Crisscross is dead. Come on.
Is he? Really?
Yeah, one of them died.
Wow, one of the guys from Milli Vanilli's dead too.
Yeah, that guy killed him, but the Crisscross guy OD'd, I think.
All right. There's McIntosh showing off his FAYGO tattoos on his belly or on his man tits. You don't see any other fan but Juggalos getting FAYGO tattoos, and you know he's like,
that's true.
That's such a typical McIntosh emoji. Like, come on.
yeah, I forgot that he got that one like a little while back.
Yeah, can we make this bigger? Look at McIntosh's tattoo. Look at McIntosh's name on his chest.
Yeah.
Look at the FAYGO bottle, and look at the FAYGO, how it like turns into Hatchet Men in the negative space there in the center. Yeah. And then look at all the candy, and it says Fat Kid, and there's actually FAYGOs under his boobs too. Like there's 4 FAYGOs there, and they're all adding different colors to the pattern. So fucking dope.
That is really good.
Esteban for doing the tattoo.
Mafioso.
Esteban Mafioso on the tattoo gun. What a fucking talented ninja.
Yeah, that is fucking awesome.
Yeah, and shout out to McIntosh for being fresh to get this. It's so fucking dope. I like how he has like a like one of those lollipop rings going through his belly button hole.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. That's awesome.
The detail on this tattoo is fucking incredible.
A lot of work went into that for sure.
Yeah, I don't know how long it took him, but well worth it, man.
Yeah.
Fucking dope. All right, then we got Ryan Johnson with how this picture should look, and he tagged ICP and FAYGO in it. Yeah. And then we got Kevin Gill. Color coordinated flavor. Look at Kevin Gill sliding in with like not even mad, like almost like oblivious to the outrage, and just commenting on, oh look, the grass matches the drapes. Oh, Kevin Gill, so passive aggressive. Shade says Juggalos about to boycott FAYGO. That'll be the fucking day.
I don't think that'll ever happen.
There's my homie Joey. He's got his name backwards there. He says, FAYGO, you guys ever type FAYGO into the gift bar and see what happens? Point made. I'm done here. That's a good fucking point.
That's a very good point.
Then we got, not one of these dudes have said a word. Not one fan of these dudes have said a word. Laugh my fucking ass off.
I was gonna wonder what these two guys think about all this. They're like, God damn it, why did they put our picture up there?
You know, I mean, they obviously are probably honored to have their picture shared by FAYGO, but
Sure.
It's not the picture that pissed the Juggalos off. It's the fucking caption. It's the wording of calling them legends. Yeah. Because then we obviously see his fucking handle right there on the post, and everybody went and checked them out and like, oh, these guys are rappers.
Yep.
And that's when the rage comes.
God damn it.
How has FAYGO sales been since there hasn't been any ICP tours or gathering of the Juggalos? That's a question.
Definitely it's got to be something that's going into their bookkeeping.
I mean, Juggalos probably fucking know how to get FAYGO for themselves, but yeah, without ICP buying FAYGOs, I bet they had a bit of a dip in.
That would be money on it.
I bet their profit margins were dented quite a bit with no tours, no gathering. I'm surprised not one fucking person has replied to that comment. But still,
that's a really good point.
Shade again with watch y'all out of business with one single boycott. Nobody's boycotting FAYGO. Shade, calm down.
Yo, I love FAYGO. I don't buy it on the regular, but I like it though.
Now, what is this? Just has to be Shasta. What is Shasta? I'm not familiar.
I'm not sure if it's Michigan based, but it's it's a bargain soda. They have cola, root beer, all your other stuff. I don't know if it's Michigan based or not though, but
I like this picture right here.
That is fucking cool as hell.
It's a really good photograph. And then of course Rudy plugging his podcast. All your favorite old school oldies and more every Friday and Saturday nights, 10 p.m. and 7 p.m. Cruising the Barrio with Rudy, Huck, Lady T, EC, The Prodigy, and DJ Carlito exclusively on CRBradio.com. Way to capitalize on the frenzy there, Rudy.
There's a lot of people commenting here. I'm going to throw this here.
Yeah, it got 0 likes. It's been 21 hours. But I fucked with Rudy and Cruising the Barrio. Obviously, we're longtime fans, and I know Miss Hollywood is in tight with them, and she's been on the show before.
The only one I've listened to is when her and Tom were on it.
Right, and honestly, I've listened to a few others, but that was the first one that I listened to.
Yeah,
that was. I wasn't paying attention before then, but
he just doesn't really play the music that I'm really into. It's a good quality show, but it's just not my style.
No, but you know what? Like, I enjoyed it. The few times I listened, I enjoyed like the variety. I mean, I don't know. It really is music I don't listen to either. So I don't like set my fucking watch to it. But anytime I'm free and I'm able to pop in there, I usually enjoy it. All right, then we got that Psycho Jesus. With some stats here on the rappers. It says 1,480 followers on Instagram, 700 song plays on SoundCloud. I said 7,000. I'm sorry, I meant 700.
Even 7,000, I mean, is pretty good. I mean, if you're just up and coming guys doing something that you just enjoy doing.
Okay, but you're missing his point here.
Yeah.
Because the post called them legends.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I disagree on that part. I mean, I don't know them, so whatever. 700
plays on SoundCloud is not impressive in terms of fucking making noise in the underground. That is some fucking like we are being slept on numbers right there. I'm just being honest. And we're talking about their entire SoundCloud, not one song.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. All together. I got you.
Yeah, all together, bro.
Little less impressive, but I don't have a SoundCloud with any plays, so I guess I can't say all.
These guys are definitely more legendary than you. We can't argue there.
Yeah, they're definitely making more noise than I am.
Well, I don't know, man. Actually, if you had to compare your YouTube views and all the videos you put on Carnival Spirits, I bet you trounce these guys when it comes to followership.
That's possible.
All right, just saying. Don't sell yourself short, ECHOSIDE. All right, so the last thing he says here is, I'm swinging on FAYGO's social media manager off rip if I ever meet him. Oh, I'm swinging on. So that means
fight him?
Yeah, no, that means that he's catching hands.
Who is saying this?
Psycho Jesus.
Okay. You gonna throw it on?
Yeah, it's on site. Comments of art.
Hey, whatever blows your hair back, you know.
Psychopaths don't have hair. Well, I guess on his feet.
Yeah, I know. I think I know who we're talking about. Yeah.
Oh man, I love that dude. He's so funny.
Is he the guy that, like, shaved half of his head?
I think he did do that once. Yeah.
Like where he had long hair and like completely shaved, like beard, eyebrow, and everything.
He did that once. Yeah, but I mean, he shaved his hair a few times. My favorite was the time where he shaved his he shaved all his hair off to the music of Whitney Houston, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I will always love you, and he was like lamenting his hair.
Yeah. I think that's the guy I'm thinking of.
He's a tunnel runner. All right. Anyways, let's move on. I am completely disappointed in the disrespect you have shown my cult leaders.
But be careful; they're going to get banned off Twitter if we keep saying that.
Oh my God! I am never taking another sip of your toxic beverage again. That right here is my favorite comment so far.
I'm going to call bullshit on that.
Oh my God! Who the fuck is that? Then we got looks like is that Crazy McCormick? Yep. FAYGO just shown the susness in their office. Bet they listened to Twisted. You know, Crazy McCormick would drag them into the conversation.
Of course.
Oh my God. I just had to shut my window. The temperature just dropped because the sun went down. All right, now we got Hulk Hoagie. Shame on you, FAYGO, for not showing love to ICP. Shame. That's a nice Game of Thrones gif right there. I say all the juggalos switch to Shasta. What is this? We're not boycotting FAYGO. We're not switching to Shasta. We're always going to be dancing in the FAYGO rain as long as ICP is making it rain. Let's keep it rain.
You would have to go back and re-release every one of their albums with all the FAYGO references gone and Shasta in its place.
Yeah, but then they also got to come up with different rhyming words for all those.
They would have to change a whole bunch of stuff. And then they'd re-release each one, and then of course the Psychopathic Museum would get flooded with all the original ones. We can't do that. That's too much work.
It would make all those albums be so vintage.
Yeah. They'd have to change the color, kind of like how they did with the Tales from the Lotus Pod, red, gold.
Yeah, I was just about to say, just like
you'd have to have a great Malenko, certain color.
Oh my God, let's not even go there.
Work. I don't want to give them any ideas either, so let's stop talking.
Yeah, no, you know they wouldn't. Like juggalos are triggered like on level 17, but ICP they don't get triggered by this stuff. Like I always wonder, like, why don't juggalos take a chill pill and follow ICP's lead? You know. Because most of the time ICP just ignores this fuckery. I mean, the only time I mean that they really ever like showed publicly that they were triggered by something was when Young Wicked jumped ship, you know, and that whole debacle. That was one of the rare times that ICP actually came out and revealed how triggered they were.
Yeah.
Most of the time they just let it pass. It's like that line from what's the song from American Psychos? Do you remember that EP they did? It was like the last EP with Twisted. And I think the song's called We're Still Alive or I'm Still Alive. And Shaggy's got a line on that.
Yeah, I'm Still Alive. Yep.
Yeah. Shaggy's got a great line on that. It's something to the effect of like we just ignore you just like every pissant before you. And it's so true. Like, everyone's always coming for ICP's head. Mm-hmm. And they just fucking keep their fucking blinders on and they just keep working and they just keep, you know, sticking to their fucking game plan. And they got that satellite perspective. They're not going to let FAYGO's fucking, you know, slight on their you know, their whatever their, I'm at a loss for words here.
Yeah.
ICP supports FAYGO, but not really. They just use FAYGO as part of their act, and they love it. They grew up with it. So in a way, ICP are FAYGO's #1 fans.
Yeah,
that's what they are. You know, let's not forget that ICP loves FAYGO, not just us.
Yeah.
And do they still love it, or are they just kind of stuck? Like, we have to still love it because the Juggalos won't let us stop. Like,
yeah. I mean, if they just stopped talking about it, people would be like, "Wait, what? Hold on, what the fuck?" Yeah.
Or like if they stopped throwing it at shows. Like, I've been to a few shows where they didn't throw FAYGO, and they were still fun, but they weren't as fun. You know,
yeah. Like the DCG Con, the Roxy, that was a non-FAYGO show, wasn't it?
Yep. And that was a rare occasion where it was unplanned.
Yeah, they weren't going to be able to do it at the hotel, so then they just didn't have any.
Another occasion would be 20 years ago. Was it? No, 10 years ago. Sorry, when it was 2011 going into 2012, ICP did their first and only New Year's Eve party in Worcester.
Okay.
And of course, that was a party, so they weren't supposed to perform. It was Blaze Ya Dead Homie, they had JCW, and they had Illegal, local rapper, you know, rapping on that show. But then after the clock struck midnight, ICP came out and did an unscheduled performance with no FAYGO.
Is that the one they put out on DVD?
Yes.
Yeah, I've got that. I got it at Best Buy for like $2 or $3.
Yeah, and so that show is probably one of the first times I ever saw ICP with no FAYGO.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
The first DCG Con, their after party, they couldn't do it there either. So I think that was the first one I saw.
And then, of course, they've gone on to do like their solo tours. Shaggy has done shows with no FAYGO. Violent J has done shows with no. But so it's happened more times now. But
yeah,
rare. Yeah, and you know, and then you think about it: Lotus shows, Riders shows, like tons of performances with no FAYGO. But you get my drift, you know.
Absolutely.
All right, let's check out some more of these. So ICP is transracial now, asking for her friends.
Transracial.
This is more of these sarcasm posts where it's like, that's Shaggy and that's Violent J, and they got masks on and they're black now. Like, Juggalos turning on FAYGO now. Damn, 2021 getting crazier by the day. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is kind of outrageous, but no one's fucking boycotting FAYGO. Everyone needs to chill the fuck out.
I'm not boycotting them. Even if they called for a boycott, I'm not doing it.
He says, we got a first timer out here. I like him. He's funny. Let's see. I don't even fuck with ICP anymore. The only reason I ever drank FAYGO was because of them. Definitely got to give credit where it's due. FAYGO, I think it's safe to say y'all fucked up. Oh, man. I mean, we could just keep going and going, but maybe I'll read a few more here. Well, now, this escalated quickly. Let's see. I'm trying to find. Oh, Shade's unfollowing and unliking. Oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
You're trying to start a revolution here that I don't think is going to work, bro. I don't even know who these fucking guys are. I know two legends that definitely spend way more on FAYGO than whoever these guys are. I'm just here for the comments.
I'm waiting to see like one of the what is it, Michael Jackson eating popcorn gif.
Right. I know. The thing is that we're looking at the most relevant comments, so I'm sure that gif was shown
there somewhere.
Yeah, it's just, you know, ain't nobody got time to be liking and commenting those. You know. Megan again, do better. Damn, FAYGO, that's all kinds of fucked up. Luckily, we used to being smacked in the face by you guys. True talk right there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. The amount of fellow juggalos commenting on this telling y'all fucked up should tell y'all something. ICP have given y'all stupid amounts of money, and juggalos are pretty much the majority of your customers because of ICP. Yeah. Well, all right. You know what? We can stop here. You get the gist. And you know what? This post is still up. So you guys can keep doing the deep dive if you want. I think our job is done here. Now I'll take a look and see if there's any nice comments in my chat that can add to the silliness. Let's see. Juggalos were trolls before the internet existed. Is that even referring to this, or was that when I said we should all go troll Mike Clark's website? Oh, here we go. Nice purple grass. All right. What's still know where to buy FAYGO here in Colorado? What do you mean? You still know where to buy FAYGO? Like you're not suffering from dementia and you didn't forget?
Do they mean still there isn't anywhere to buy FAYGO? But I thought it was in Colorado.
If that's a typo, you need to clarify. Let's see. Juggalo's starting to feel like WCW. Most of the fun stuff is nostalgia. All right. ECHOSIDE with a trounce. Let's see. Trouncing fools. Oh, yeah. Cult leaders. I thought ICP were just Juggalo mascots. ICP v Burger King and Ronald McDonald for JCW belts. That would be fun. It would never happen. Just throw ABK on it. Raven's got lots of comments. From a Juggalo standpoint, we all had an investment. Could be beneficial to anyone. Everyone, sorry. Let's see. Yeah, not the best sound quality on that New Year's Eve Ninja Party.
Yeah, I think I've watched that like once.
Yeah, you know, I watched it once too, but I also bootlegged the shit out of it. Like I got my footage of that show on my BeastMasteR was here channel.
I think I've seen that.
I definitely got a lot of Blaze, and I got a little bit of ICP, and I got a little bit of JCW. I didn't get everything because I was partying most of the time.
Yeah, yeah.
But you know what? A fun fact about that show: a lot of the old school Juggalos from Massachusetts, we all talked ahead of time, and I'm talking about Juggalos that have been going to ICP shows for over a decade. And we all talked ahead of time, and we all showed up wearing suits and dresses, like as if it was a prom.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, it was really cool. Me and my girlfriend at the time, we were looking sharp. And it was funny because it was like a lot of us, but it wasn't everybody. So you had Juggalos wearing like, Malenko shirts and FAYGO shirts, and then you had motherfuckers wearing three-piece suits and dresses. It was really fucking cool. Yeah,
I hope that prom night massacre show happens because, like, that'll be fun to go to.
Yeah, I know. It's just that kind of it's fun, I mean, there's nothing more fun than an ICP show, but dressing up for it and almost like the juxtaposition of dressing like an adult and where you'd be at like a ball instead of a fucking shithole venue that's going to get doused with FAYGO. But like I said, there was no FAYGO thrown at that event.
Yeah, right.
All right, we survived the comments of carnage.
That we did.
Yeah, hell yeah. And it is 5:17, so say that we save like the last 10 minutes for the song of the week.
Sure.
That leaves us with 20, 30, 40, 50. That leaves us with a solid half an hour to delve into ECHOSIDE Fiend's history with the Wicked Clowns. And I want to give you the floor, or at least give you an opportunity to share what you'd like to share. I don't really have any specific questions, except I would like to know, how many fucking Hallowickeds have you been to?
Let's see. So I went to 98, 99, 2002, and then 2004 and onward. So I haven't missed since 2004.
So 98, like Malenko era.
That, and I think it was 98. That was not on Halloween. It was on Devil's Night.
Okay.
But because they actually did like the Halloween night in a different state, and I think that's like the only time they've done that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually they started doing Hallowicked tours, but of course it originally started out as just a one-off thing.
But it was always Hallowicked in Detroit, as far as I'm aware, except for that 1 year, I think. And then 2002 that I went to, that was in Royal Oak, still Detroit. But that one, me and my friend, we went to Devil's Night because it was at the Royal Oak Music Theater, and they scheduled the Halloween night, and we decided we were going to go. We go to buy tickets, and it was sold out already. And then a couple weeks later, maybe, they announced that they had rented out the theater for the night previous for Devil's Night. And so we got tickets to that real quick, and that sold out too because a friend of mine was going to go with us, and he went to go get tickets for that night, and it had sold out as well. So,
wow,
that was both nights were in. I mean, Royal Oak, but still Detroit.
Right. That's crazy, man. I always remember thinking like that. You know, those shows in Detroit must have been just like the most epic shows, and if it wasn't for the fact that my clown town is Worcester,
Mm-hmm.
I would feel more jealous than others, because Worcester just happens to be one of the rowdiest fucking clown towns out there. Like, and I've gone to shows in other states, and I'm telling you, we fucking tear it up over here. But I bet that, you know, just the fact that that's their home turf is got to be like something in the air, something special, you know?
Yeah.
And especially it being Hallowicked, you know, yeah, something special about that. And of course, I've only been to one. It was 2 years ago, and you were my gracious host, and I thank you so much for helping me have a successful Hallowicked, you know, and it was awesome.
We'll be getting you back.
Oh yeah,
back on it.
So we went to the Russell, right? Is that the venue? Yeah, that was a good time. That was a real good time.
Yeah, it's been there the last 3 years.
Okay.
I think 3 or 4, somewhere along in there.
I mean, not many juggalos had an opportunity to go to Violent J's house for that, you know, Hallowicked performance, and I know that that's really a tough blow for people that have been going to all of them or to many of them consecutively to have to, you know, unfortunately not attend because of the limited tickets and the high price point. But in the pandemic, like I truly feel that it's just one of those circumstances that, you know, but then again, some ninjas made it and they were there. And so there are a few that can say that they went to that show, and you know, whether you consider them elite or not, like I'd say that, you couldn't fucking pay me to go to that show, because I'm sorry, I still don't approve of live shows. Anyone that's doing live concerts and selling tickets and bringing people into small confined areas right now, in my opinion, you're fucking up. So
yeah,
that's my personal opinion, and I'm not fucking angry at anyone for doing it, because everybody has the right, you know, especially if it's legal, then have at it. But I just don't personally approve.
Yeah, I wasn't even remotely planning. I remember Ms. Holly messaged me and she's like, "Are you going to try to go to that?" I'm like, "Nope."
I think it's just too
not even remotely.
But before all that horse shit, you know, came from China, what else can you tell me about being a Michigan juggalo? Like, do you have any exciting or interesting stories about you know, just being a ninja, you know, from their neck of the woods, you know, way back especially like way back, you know, before I even discovered them? You said you'd been down for like since 95, 94?
I was introduced to their music just a few months before Riddlebox came out. Like I know I've shared the story before, but since I'm on the BeastMasteR show, real quickly recap it. So a friend of mine who lives in Detroit again, but he was living out here with his mom, started working at the same restaurant that I was working at the time. And so he was not into ICP, but he had a friend who was from the Detroit area as well, who came out to his place for the weekend. His mom went out of town. As my friend's name is Jeremy. His mom went out of town, and a few of us hanging out, and his friend played ICP. And like I said, Jeremy was not really into him, but he played him, and I was like, you know, at first I didn't really dig Carnival of Carnage too much, but the ringmaster really pulled me in. And the next day, we all spent the night there. The next day, I stopped by a Harmony House that we had here in Grand Rapids at the time, and I came up to the counter with Carnival of Carnage and Ringmaster, and the guy was like, you know, "Hey, their new album comes out in just a couple of months if you want to reserve it." And it always sticks in my mind. After I paid for those 2 albums, I didn't have enough to put $5 down on it to reserve it. And I had like $2 and some odd cents, and he's like, "Oh, that'll work." And he was like, we just need something to hold it for you, you know." And so I reserved it, and then I think it was October 10th, so a couple months later, went up and picked it up, and that's pretty much the rest is history.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
So, you know, can you pinpoint the time when you kind of, I don't know, like fell in love with the music or became obsessed? Or, I mean, is there a moment that kind of was just a tipping point for you for when you realized that this shit is like something I want to collect and get tattoos and put the shit on the wall and wear it on my I mean, there's got to be something that really thrusted you into the culture like that.
Yeah, I can definitely tell you. It was actually it was sometime in April, because I don't have a ticket for it because it was just pay at the door. But the first time I saw them, the Riddlebox came out in '95. They were supposed to be playing in Grand Rapids, like I think it was like in November or December when they started the tour. The venue they were going to play at went out of business, and it's a church. It's still a church now. It was a nightclub at the time. The nightclub shut down, and a church bought the building, and it's still that same church is still there. And so the guy who booked them got them rescheduled to play at a golf course, which is I actually have heard that golf course just went out of business, but it was in business for a long time. I'm a golfer, and I golf there quite a bit. And there's inside the clubhouse, there's a small bar nightclub called Sluggo's Down Under that was still there. I don't know if that's going to remain open now or what, but and that's where he got them booked to play. So they played the very final stop of the Riddlebox tour, was rescheduled, and pretty much like the second that concert was done, I mean, they threw FAYGO. I mean, it was trashed, absolutely trashed by the time they were done. And I kind of have a feeling they were probably told not to. Well, no, I take that back, because everything was, they had plastic up and everything, but they were probably, I'm guessing, asked to be a little more careful, maybe. I don't know. But, they absolutely destroyed the place, and literally, and we didn't know, me and my friends who went, we didn't know anything about them throwing FAYGO, nothing. So we go right up front, and pretty soon we're just like, are they going to be doing this the whole show? You know, and I had glasses, so like, you know, by the time that I couldn't see through my glasses anymore, and I'm like,
that is exactly what happened to me when I saw them live for the first time. And I don't want to go too in depth with it, but just to kind of match your story, you know, my best friend played me ICP on Easter Sunday in '96. And it's crazy because they were supposed to play the next day in Massachusetts, in Boston.
nice.
And the show was canceled because there was a fucking snowstorm. And, you know, it's April and it's Easter. And I've actually heard Shaggy say something about this. Like, people are always so like surprised when it snows in April, but it fucking happens a lot. But it was kind of weird because it was a fucking blizzard. Like, it was a snowstorm that ended up canceling a fucking concert.
Yeah.
And we were gonna go, and because of that snowstorm, we couldn't. But the next year in '97, as soon as we saw that they, you know, by this point Malenko had come out. And, and I've told my story a million times, but we were in the record store to get Motley Crue's new album, because Generation Swine was the reuniting of Vince Neil and Motley Crue, and put out their album. And so as diehard Crue heads, we were there to get it on the day it came out. And we saw Great Malenko sitting there in the new releases section in the front of Newbury Comics. And we did not know it was coming out. And we picked it up, and we're walking around the store. And when we came back up to the front, all the other CDs were gone because of that whole Disney thing and the label pulling it off the shelf. The record store literally pulled all copies off the shelf while we were in the store, but we had our copies in our hands. And that's how we got our original Hollywood Records copies, because we were there just an hour before they got pulled.
Yeah, I think that's how I got mine as well, because it's kind of funny that we were talking about Wu-Tang earlier. I had Wu-Tang, what was it, Wu-Tang Forever? Was that the double album?
Yeah, in '98, yeah.
Yep, I had that. Wait, did that come out in '98? So I had...
Oh, no, it might have been '97, my bad.
I think it was '97, because I had that reserved. And I went to the North Kent Mall, which is totally gone now, but there was a music store in there. and that's where I had Wu-Tang Forever reserved, and I was picking it up, and the girl, guy or whatever, was working, and was like, "Oh, would you like to reserve anything up here?" And ICP's Great Malenko was listed, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll reserve that," And so the day it came out, I had to work that day, and I got out of work at the restaurant I was working at, and that was not very far from the mall. So I got out of work and drove up there, probably like at 4 in the afternoon, 3:30, 4 in the afternoon.
You reserved it.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Yeah, because I went in, and then it was a guy working, and I was like, "Yeah, I have ICP reserved." And he's like, "Yeah, here you go." Nothing. It didn't say anything. Didn't say like, "Oh, get it while you can." And then a little bit later in the evening, me and my friend Ben, he wanted to get a copy of it, and we drove back up to the same store. It was probably like 7 or 8 at night, and they were all gone. So,
no doubt, man.
It's a different person, and they were like, "Yeah, they got pulled," and we're like, "Wait, what?" And this was before internet and everything. Well,
yeah,
not before internet, but before it was prevalent.
Well, look, we weren't all on social media back then.
That's it was around, but it wasn't like it is now.
So the thing is that we didn't understand in the moment why all the other copies disappeared, but it was very near future when the media started covering the whole shit show that we realized, like, oh shit, we were just in the right place at the right time, and it felt like it was meant to be. To me, my best friend, and especially when we heard the album, and it was just amazing. And I was already in love with Riddlebox, and it really, for me, like, my best friend already owned all the Joker's cards and all the side shows, but for me, I just had Riddlebox. But after I heard Great Malenko, that's when I went back and started picking up all the other Joker's cards, and that's what opened the doors for me.
I had Joker's cards, but I didn't have any of the EPs. I didn't have Skull Off or anything like that. And it was Great Malenko that I was already, like I was saying with the concert, when I saw them the first time, that's when they were done. I was like, okay, I love these guys, but I still wasn't like, oh, I got to have everything they put out. It was Malenko. Hearing that's when I was like, all right, I got to have everything that's out at this point. And I started trying to find anything I could, and
And so like I was saying, like, we almost saw them in concert in 96, right? And if we did, it would have been a different situation. We probably would have been ready for the Great Malenko experience, right? But the fact that, and I'll never forget it, because this was my freshman year in college, and it was my third fucking day of college. And I'm like living in the dorm room for the first time. I'm out of my parents' house. And so we go to the ICP show, and we did not know that they were going to fucking douse us in FAYGO. Like, we get up in the front, and I've told the story a million times, but I love telling it. Violent J jumped into the crowd. He crowd surfed, and he landed on my head, and I had a ball cap on. I had a New York Mets hat on, and I had a pierced ear. I had the stud that was actually used to pierce the ear. It was sentimental, because I got my ear pierced in Norway by my cousin, and my hat gone, the earring gone.
Yeah.
And I didn't even care. It was so fucking awesome that I'm like, I just lost like my hat, my earring, like
fuck it.
Amazing. I didn't care. Yeah, it was so fucking awesome. By the way, if you don't see in the chat, Miss Hollywood is showing love to your cat. Yep. So shout out Miss Hollywood. And but yeah, man, like, my first ICP show was the moment that it was all over for me.
That's the same here. It was literally when they were done. I always say, because they did the first ICP show I went to, was very small, but they did have a guardrail right up against the stage. And as everybody was kind of turning around and leaving, I was like kind of like leaning on the guardrail, and I literally was just like, this is absolutely one of my favorite fucking bands ever. I don't think anyone that went that night had the same reaction, but it just grabbed a hold of me and wouldn't let go. I'm telling you.
Now, I was already going to concerts for a couple of years. Like, I really started going to concerts around 95, 96. So that's kind of why.
You mean?
Yeah, I mean, look, I was finally, like, in my late teens, and I get my license, and now I can go places, and I started going to concerts, and and that's why we went to see ICP, because that's what we did. If we liked a band and they came around, we would go check them out, and they rocked our world to an extent where my first show was in September, and I saw them 2 more times in '97. I saw them 3 fucking times that year.
Yeah.
And there's only like 4 months left in the year.
Yeah, I think I managed to see him once, or 1 year. I think I saw him like 5 or 6 times somehow.
The reason is because they played different venues. They went down to Rhode Island. So we were traveling to all these other venues to see them, right?
Yeah, that's another band I'm huge into is Clutch, and I managed to see them like 9 times in 1 year.
That's awesome. I think if I'm correct, '97 was an epic year for me, because I saw my 3 favorite bands 3 times that year. I saw Motley Crue 3 times that year. I saw 311 3 times that year, and I saw ICP 3 times that year. Yeah.
Seen Motley Crue 3 times total. So.
But it's one of those situations where when Motley Crue was like in their prime, I was too young.
Yeah. The first time I saw him, Vince Neil wasn't. It was that time when he wasn't with them for that long.
I mean, I've seen Vince Neil solo a bunch of times, but it's been later in his career where he's a little chubbier, and I would have loved to see Vince Neil in that window in between '91 and '97 when he was doing his solo shit. I love Vince Neil's solo albums. Carved in Stone. Those are great fucking albums, man.
Yeah, I liked his stuff too. I actually met Vince Neil one time too, here in Grand Rapids.
I had a chance to meet Nikki Sixx because he has a photography book that he was doing promo for. So we had a meet and greet at a bookstore, like at a Barnes and Noble, and it was one of those. It was one of those 2-story Barnes and Nobles where the line to meet him was going down the stairs all the way to the first floor. And I probably waited for like 6 hours just to fucking meet him. And I got a quick photo. And you know what? I'm wearing a Morton's List jersey.
Nice.
I met Nikki Sixx.
That's awesome.
Yep. But yeah, let's go back to ICP. I mean, it's very fucking cool when you hear other juggalos that have like a similar experience, but it's even cooler when they've had experiences that you haven't had. And so, that's why I like hearing. I always love an opportunity to hear about shows I haven't been to or gatherings I didn't attend, Hallowickeds that I just wasn't at. And it's always such a treat, because juggalos have their memories, and they have their own personal highlights. And I probably could talk about the music forever, like all day, every day.
Yeah,
but, so maybe we could, because we only got like a little over 10 more minutes left. And then what I'd like to do is I'm going to open my mail. I like to open 1 package every day, and then we'll do the song of the week. So in these last 10 minutes, what can you share with me that you think is something that I might have missed out on, or something that, like, for example, I got something for you.
Okay.
Close enough to actually go to Rock of Ages and in that store. So tell me a little bit about that, because that's something that I've never fucking had the opportunity to do.
Yeah, so I've only been there a couple times, and it was both times was for the no, I take it back, 3 times. 2 times was for the Psychopathic Black Friday sales, and then me, Crazy McCormick, and Real Guido, when we went to Ann Arbor just a couple years ago for the Shaggy 2 Dope solo tour, we drove out there. Lucas was driving and he wanted to go out there, and so we went. So yeah, just a handful of times I've been there, but yeah, it is a legit like old record store, like a straight up like it obviously, so many of us are probably used to the kind of, I always kind of say like sterile record stores that are in malls, just a square, here's all your new stuff, stuff right in the middle. Rock of Ages is literally like a building that was probably not a record store the whole time. So it's like you're walking down aisles, and then you got to turn around and go around a wall and go this way. And there's a section over here with all the shirts, and then all it goes around the corner, and here's like a whole wall full of stickers. You can pick out stickers. You know, it's just like a maze. Every time you get to where you think it's going to be a wall, you go around the corner and there's something else. You know, and so it's like a legit like old school like record store. You know, full of merch, full of shirts, you know, tons and tons of psychopathic stuff, you know.
Can you remind us, or maybe for anyone that doesn't know the significance of it, like what is the significance of it? Like what is their role in the history of ICP? Is it that they used to do in stores there, or were they the first place? Because I know they sold gathering tickets, but they must have some sort of relationship with them, right?
Yeah, from what I gather, and this is really, I only learned this just from watching the talk show on the you know, Hollow Wicked, you know, stream, House Party Peep Show.
House Party
Bob on, and actually when we were there, when me and Crazy were there this last Black Friday, Bob was the owner was there. He was like walking in and out and everything. So yeah, from what I gather, it just sounds like they just because they've been around for so long, they you know, Psychopathic either reached out to them or they reached out to Psychopathic when Psychopathic started making noise and started some type of a business relationship, you know. And they would well, I think it was on that House Party Peep Show, Jay said he was like, when they released Ringmaster, they had a midnight release and Jay went and parked, because the store is just in a neighborhood, there's just houses all around it. In fact, my friend Jeremy, who I heard ICP through his friend, lives just a few blocks from there.
Nice.
But yeah, Jay said he went and parked on a side street and just watched all the juggalos coming in at midnight to get I believe he said it was Ringmaster. And then yeah, they've done lots of meet and greets. I believe is it in the that Six Jokers documentary, I think, that like where that unauthorized.
Oh yeah, I got that VHS tape.
Yeah, I got it on DVD. But yeah, I think Bob is on there and he's talking about like they were doing a meet and greet, and at the end of the day he was closing up the store or something, and like a panel of siding from his building was missing or something, you know, and or something to that effect, or maybe from a trailer.
Since I've watched that
yeah. Something got taken, and he wasn't even really upset. He was just like, "Oh well, somebody just needed a you know, an artifact to take home with them." So it's like whatever. It's like it was there one minute and gone the next. So yeah, they just have it just sounds like they just have an old working relationship with them, is what it sounds like. So, and they to this day they carry. If you go in there, in fact, whenever you come for Hollow Wicked again, maybe we can cruise over there because it's not very far from Detroit.
I would love to.
We'll see. They just have they have a whole section that is just you know, basically Juggalo related, and then you walk in there and there's just jerseys and shirts and posters and everything you can possibly think of. They actually have sleeves. They're like $5 and they come with 3 old flyers. And apparently, according to the guy when I asked, they're not reprints. They're actual ones they had hanging up and Bob just kept. Right. So, and they just sell.
I want to point out the comment here. It says ICP's done comments in the parking lot, and Callie is confirming that they have. So yep. That's pretty fresh.
I mean, like I said, it's a real old music store. It's not some mall store or chain store. It's a locally owned, like they want to work with local artists, you know. So
that's
of course all non-local, obviously too, but you know.
Right. Yeah, that's really awesome because those are few and far between nowadays.
There's one downtown Grand Rapids, and that's all I can even think of here. I
couldn't even tell you where there is one around here right now, but I do remember there used to be a bunch, and yeah, they're fucking extinct practically.
Yeah, we have Vertigo Music, and those guys are actually very Juggalo friendly. And actually, if you look in their vinyl section, all you know, if you any of the vinyl, they're all obviously, you know, separated by bands, and it just has, you know, a card with a name, band name. But you get to ICP and it says Insane Clown Posse, and then under it says Whoop Whoop. You know, so they actually did a little something extra for it, you know. So yeah, they're very good. They sell gathering tickets there too.
That shows they know what's good.
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie, like back in the day, I think you know, I mean in the late 90s, of course, when I say back in the day, there were different record stores. Like there was one called Strawberries. There was one called
I know that name. I've never been in one. But
what the fuck was this other one called? Well, whatever the case is, you know, the big plastic dividers, and then they'd have the black tape with the printed name of the band on it.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, exactly. I have an Insane Clown Posse divider I stole from the record store, like back then, because I
And
need
everybody who came after you couldn't find their stuff and they didn't sell it. Way to go, BeastMaster! You just totally.
Yeah. I'm the reason Juggalos couldn't find ICP at the record store. That
Somebody could have found them and it changed their life, and you messed it all up.
yeah, they went out of business because I looted that fucking sign.
It's like the one thing that put them out of business.
But I did buy a fucking Whitney Houston sticker at the register so they wouldn't get suspicious.
Yeah, that doesn't look suspicious.
Well, I'm just saying it was a little bit before Britney Spears' time.
Yeah.
I don't know who was actually popping back then. Was it? It was Whitney Houston. She was the fucking queen back in the early '90s.
In the '90s, yeah.
Well, shit, man, that's fucking awesome. Like, we still got a little bit of time. Do you have any other stories you want to share? Any anecdotes? Any standout memories, or any fucked up stories? Any gems? Anything?
I mean, right off the top of my head is because it took me so many years to meet ICP. And I believe I've shared this story on my channel before. But when I was going to when they were doing an autograph tour for Great Malenko, and they came to a little local record store called Believe in Music, and it was canceled. The meet and greet was canceled because the album got pulled. So then it got rescheduled when the new one came out, and it got rescheduled on a Saturday night at like 10 o'clock at night or something like that. Or I think it might have been at midnight. And so me and a couple of my friends went to go get in line at 10. We got there about 10 o'clock, and they had blown up, of course, at this point, and we got there and there was a line wrapped all around the building and down the street. And we ended up waiting in line for probably about 3 or 4 hours. And we get to the front door, and we're like the next group that would have gone in. And this is probably like at 2 in the morning, probably maybe like 3. And we're just standing there talking, and all of a sudden the doors go like that, and ICP comes bolting out and jumped into a van that had nonchalantly pulled up that none of us even noticed. They got in a van and drove off. So we got to meet him. So and like I always, if I ever relate that story, I just kind of point out how it took me so many years before I got to meet my favorite one of my top 3 favorite bands. And just that's one that always sticks out in my mind. And it was actually that night too that I had brought both my copies of Great Malenko to get autographed, and my buddy Ben, who was standing there with me, he was just like, "Oh shit, I didn't bring anything to get signed," so I gave him my Hollywood one, and that's when he kind of ended up with it. And about a year or 2 ago, he found it and sent it back to me. So
that's funny.
20 years later, he found it in his CD collection and sent it back to me.
Hell yeah.
So.
Yeah, I also, it took me forever to meet them, and really, like, the fact that I actually put out like an open thank you letter to them, it was really like one of my goals to like present it to them.
Yeah,
it's been like the hardest fucking thing to do because they are just so huge, and and really, like, the last thing I wanted to do was like to pay for a VIP experience. And so when they started doing that, I didn't even take part. But then I did because my best friend wanted to, because, we had money. We're going to the show. We're like, why not? Let's roll VIP. Let's meet the Wicked Clowns. Let's get some autographs.
That's my reasoning too.
But I've done three VIPs now, and still, just with that small interaction, it is so difficult to say everything you want to say. You know what I mean? And I got too much to say. I got that college speech. I got like the fact that I was, I think I was, I saw them. Well, anyways, there's just always so many things to say, and and you have very limited time, so it's rough, and I got to be honest, Violent J, like, every time I saw him at a VIP, like, it was like he was meeting me for the first time.
Yeah.
And I'm like trying to piggyback off of what we talked about last time. And I could tell he didn't remember me, except maybe he did the last time, because he actually told me that he watched the Juggalo speech that I have on YouTube, He's like, I just saw that like 3 months ago.
Yeah,
I'm
I think that's how I found you.
Yeah, no doubt. Like it's got over 300,000 views. Like that's where most people have seen me. But I'm like, that's cool. What I really want you to see and to hear is this tribute song, "Dear Joe and Joey," and I finally decided to go through Jump Steady to fucking get the song to them because
Probably a little better because
and I did that at DCG.
Going on, you know.
Right. So, but the thing is that even though I sent it to Jump Steady and Jump Steady told me that he received it, I still don't have that verbal confirmation that ICP has heard the song, and that's all I want. So it's rough. But what was the last thing I was going to say? Oh yeah, every time I go to VIP though, Shaggy always remembers me. He's like,
nice.
"Bastard."
I've had BG Mac recognize me, and he's the only one so far. It's very humbling, but he's the only one so far.
That's what's up. All right, man. Well, look, my alarm just went off. We got 10 more minutes before the end of the show.
All right.
And I actually wanted to end on time because I thought there was another video live premiering at 6, but it looks like it's not live premiering until 7. So we have a nice hour in between my show and the next video that I'm featured in tonight.
There you go.
Fine. We're still going to end the show on time. I think.
Yeah, that's fine with me. We got me and my roommate have some people coming over tonight to play some board games. And I'm going to talk them into playing Quest for Shangri-La, but I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, good luck.
But I don't know if it's going to work. But
I hope you do.
We're going to do some board games tonight. So
I got my package. We're going to open my mail, and then we're going to listen to the song of the week that you have selected. So that's fresh. Let me get the knife. Always got to use the official BeastMasteR knife.
Swiss Army.
Yep. My sister actually got it custom made for me when she was in Switzerland.
Nice.
Back when she was backpacking. And now she's a mom with a little rugrat.
Yeah, I've seen your pictures.
Oh, man. They're going to be moving to Montana in like a week or two, so I only got a little bit of time left to kick it with my niece. I'm a little bit like mixed emotions because on one hand, man, I just love her so much, and I don't want them to go so far away. But on the other hand, it's going to be cool to go visit them in Montana, and
be a cool place to visit.
And then also the spare room that they're staying at in my parents' house. That is where I have set up my recording equipment so I can record my next album. And I haven't been able to do that because they've been living down there. So once they evacuate, I get my recording studio back. All right. So I've got a package here. And again, I've got fucking mad packages that are going to just sit here so I can open one per week. Some of them have been waiting like patiently as new packages show up. And now I'm opening one that I just got recently. But this is super appropriate because we just saw Mikey Clark digging into his old cassette tape collection. Yep. And I got one more thing I just want to have on hand. It's right here. Because I actually opened up this package on a previous show where I got the Shaggy Show Season 1. And of course, this is a USB of the uncensored Season 1 of the Shaggy Show.
Oh, nice.
Keeping the creep. And it looks like a cassette tape.
Oh, that's fucking awesome. Where'd you get that? I never even saw that.
Yeah, they're selling these, It looks like a cassette tape.
Yeah.
But it's not a cassette tape. It's actually, boom, a USB.
Oh, sweet. I might have to get me one of those.
I don't know if it's still available, but you should definitely check it out on Keegan and Shaggy's web store. So this I already have. And I also got a little gold pals pin. But that's old. I've already opened that on the show.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
To add to my collection. Yeah, boy.
Wow, look at that.
I got that Dog Beats on cassette with the OG cover. Look at this.
Yeah, because you've got all the original, or at least some of the Joker's cards on cassette tape, don't you?
I do. I'll show you those too. I'll show you those. So I am a collector, and so I actually bought one to open and listen to, and I got another one to keep sealed.
Nice.
Yeah.
I got the CD, but I didn't order the tape. I don't have a tape player, so.
Yeah, well, you know what? I actually do. I don't have a CD player, but I have a tape player.
Actually, this is the first. My stereo back here is the first home CD player I've had in probably 10 years.
The little flyer that came with my cassette tape,
Nice.
and then this is just the paperwork. So yeah, let me show you real quick since you brought it up.
Yeah.
I've got right here my my
Probably.
Joker card collection of cassettes. So I've got Carnival of Carnage, Ringmaster, Riddlebox, Great Malenko, Jekyll Brothers, and Bizarre Bazaar, all on cassette.
I was gonna say because they probably didn't put Shangri-La out on cassette. I would imagine.
I was just having that talk with Joker's Gallery in the comments of the last episode of the BeastMaster show. He's like, "Did they even make that on cassette?" I'm like, "I don't think they did."
Yeah, that would be good.
I would pop that shit if it existed, you know?
Yeah. Because tapes were still in stores back then.
Yeah, barely, but yeah.
Yeah, but there was a few though.
So, just to give you a little comparison, this is the original Dog Beats CD that I purchased at the 2001 Gathering of Juggalos. This was the first time this was made available, and I remember I copped this when I got my OG copy of Tales from the Lotus Pod.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, it says 92 and then it says 2000, but it was 2001 when they actually made this available to us.
One of my viewers, Baytown Juggalo, sent this to me, or Baytown Juggler.
Nice.
So shout out to Baytown Juggalo, hooked me up. I have got it on vinyl, but I didn't have the CD.
So we got the CD version, the new one. So we got the first one, the new one.
Yep, got it.
Hell yeah. And you can see the backs here.
Yeah, we got an extra track.
That extra track I actually have on MP3. I had it for years, but it's cool that they actually put it on the CD.
Yep.
So yeah, and now I got my cassettes, and you know, I feel like 2021 is already off to a great start.
I don't know if I've got it right here, but I've got the Green Book on cassette. When they released the vinyl, I bought the package that came with the Green Book cassette, but I don't have it right here. I don't know what I did with it.
I guess I might as well show the rest of my cassettes, not the rest of my cassettes, but the rest of my Juggalo cassettes, because it is kind of relevant. Let's see.
Around here somewhere. I don't know what I did with it, but it's right here somewhere. But it's not like a full. Oh, nice. But the Green Book one isn't like a full. It's the full album, but the insert is just like one little. They didn't make a full fold out thing. It was just for the record.
This right here is the Witches and Warlocks cassette from one of the Hallowickeds.
I've seen you show that before.
Yeah. So the reason I have these is because I tried purchasing the X-rated cover Tunnel of Love CD back in the day, and they didn't have any left. So they sent me the cassette tape and this as a compilation. Yeah. So I just wanted the CD, and I ended up getting this, and I'm kind of glad because this shit's fucking rare.
I only just got a copy of the X-rated CD. There's a record store right near my apartment here, but it's just a used store. They don't sell anything new. And I found it there probably about maybe a year and a half ago, used. So I snagged it. Now,
this is my my Twisted, or I guess my mostly House of Crazies cassette collection. I got all of these, well, minus the casket cuts, but I got all of these House of Crazies cassettes at the Gathering of the Juggalos 2001. And that was also the first time that these were made available.
Yeah.
And I caught them all because I was because truth be told, my first Insane Clown Posse show was opened by Misery and House of Crazies.
I don't know if I ever saw Misery or not. I feel like I must have, but he didn't stand out to me or something. I don't know.
So, Twisted, obviously they formed in '98, but the first time I ever saw those guys, they were House of Crazy still, and they were on tour with ICP. And I remember I told you I saw them 3 times that year.
Yeah.
The first show, they blew my mind. I actually left that show. The only thing I bought was Season of the Pumpkin on CD because they blew me away. And when I went to my second ICP show, they weren't there. It was some fucking rock band. It was Misery and then some other band. And I was like, where's the House of Crazies? Like
Watershed or something like that, wasn't it?
Whoever they are, they were not as good. And I was pissed. And they weren't at the next show. But then in '98, when ICP came around again, they were opening. They had Twisted as their opener. So I always felt very proud that I was down with Twisted before they were Twisted. Like, they really sold themselves to me as House of Crazies. And when they rebranded and they put in, and then they came out with this shit, I was all about it. And it was really cool watching them come up like that, And then the whole Juggalo family thing, obviously Dark Lotus, Riders, everything they did was just, the soundtrack to my life. And I really became like, one of those obsessed ninjas that just had to have everything and hear every song and own every CD. But I didn't even buy fucking like t-shirts until like 2000, until the Bizarre Bazaar tour. Like I wasn't even into wearing them on my clothes. I just wanted all the music, and I wanted to be at every show. And I wanted to be at the first gathering. I couldn't make it, so I went to the second and third. And I'm telling you, is some life-changing shit right there. Like, that's why I wrote Dear Joe and Joey. Because every fucking word of that song I meant from the heart. It's crazy.
Yep.
But all right, look, we're officially over time now.
Didn't.
Look, I want to thank you, ECHOSIDE Fiend, for being a dope guest on the show.
Yeah, thanks.
A lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. And I'd love to have you back again. I think
it's the first live stream I've done in quite a while. So
yeah, it's been a minute.
Great to do it.
Haven't talked in a while either, but I tell you this, like everyone you've seen on the BeastMasteR show, you and everyone before you, you'll see again. Because you guys are my Juggalo family. And, and so even though I'm doing like a new guest every week, we will have episodes in the future where we have returning guests, and you are definitely invited back, my friend.
Appreciate it, man.
All right, so the last thing we're going to do is we're going to play the song of the week. Every BeastMasteR show, we play a BeastMasteR song, and you have chosen a song. And, you told me that the song you picked was actually something that I did. Like, I actually, rapped in a YouTube video. Like, it's not like a track that I recorded. It's a track that I spit in front of the camera.
Yeah.
So
in a very unique environment, though.
Yeah. Well, look, that video was me promoting my debut album, and so that was me spitting one of the songs from my upcoming album before it released, and of course that song is on my album.
Yeah.
We're gonna watch that video, and we're gonna watch me spitting that song in my car.
I haven't listened in a long time, so
yeah, me neither. I don't remember how good it is or how bad it is.
I think it came up because I had watched your speech or something, and so it was in the related videos. And at the time, I was dating my ex-girlfriend that I was with for about 7 years, and she watched it too, and she was like, "This is fucking cool." I'm like, "I know." I'm like,
all right.
Wow.
So here's the video. The song is called "Fly on the Wall." Oh no! Wait a minute. Oh, okay. It said Friday the 13th. It threw me off. I guess it was Friday the 13th in July 2012 when I did this video. Full disclosure, I think I probably recorded this video 3 times before this one. Like 3 different takes until I finally like got it out perfectly or satisfactorily, you know?
Yes, it would be kind of hard to do while you're trying to focus and everything.
Well, I mean, like this is one of the earlier songs that I had finished, you know, and nothing was recorded yet. At least I don't think. I don't remember. All I know is that I released my album on September 1st. But yeah, I recorded this album in the summer of 2012. And so this was one of my first attempts at revealing that, you know, and trying to get, you know, some buzz and to let people know I had bars. So without further ado, after we watch this, I am going to show you one more thing, and then we are out of here. And
all right, that's good.
And the thing I'm going to show you is the video that I'm featured in. That's going to be live premiering in an hour from now.
Cool.
So it's a little plug. But yeah, so let's check out my promo video for Rhinoglyphics. This is me spitting fly on the wall.
Friday the 13th, July 2012. And I wanted to spread some good karma and share one of the upcoming tracks on my debut album, September 1st. You know, this album is, it's a huge landmark for me. I've been working on it for a couple of years, as I've told you guys numerous times. But please join the Facebook event so you can get all the bonus tracks and the artwork that comes with it. This track is called Fly on the Wall. Peep game. I seen daddy's little princess, dirty little secrets. I seen the righteous mixed up with devil's rejects. I seen a scam artist acting scandalous and still end up superior to circumstances. I seen an irritable, functional drunk stuck in a rut, caught in the muck down on his luck. I seen paparazzi out in the hunt for the junk in the trunk, the lady humps and the baby bumps. I seen creeps making people uncomfortable, far from subtle, posing quite the power struggle. I seen trouble couples fight in front of the shrinks, dipshits dipping the pen in company yank. I seen dates escalate with busy hands. I seen cowards squirm when shit hits the fan. I seen the king of pain always losing his faith, forever underestimating his own strength. Divide and we fall, lie on the ball, fly on the wall. You can try, but you can't know it all. Divide and we fall, lie on the ball, fly on the wall. You can try, but you can't. Divide and we fall, lie on the ball, fly on the ball. You can try, but you can't know it all. Divide and we fall, lie on the ball, fly on the ball. You can try, but you can't. I seen a blowhard losing his attitude, picking sides over somebody else's feud. Cynical group of dudes on psychedelic shrooms become privy to the elephant in the room. A third wheel grown jealous of the other two. Sibling rivalry, monkey see, monkey do. Adults with the people's skills of Nosferatu, and kids doing things because they were told not to. I seen folks smoking dope potent enough to make them lose their focus. Have a senior moment. I seen latchkey kids blowing off their homework just to catch a buzz and eat up all the yogurt. I seen a Poindexter pulling the nutty because he doesn't think his cyberbully's jokes are funny. And barflies binging Pabst Blue Ribbon, blowing chunks in the hamper, blacking out in the linen. I seen wash-ups gossip to pass the time, social butterflies with axes to grind. I seen junkies look their families right in the eye, exchange hard promises and bull-faced lies. I seen opposites attract and beat the odds, just as happy as 2 peas in a pod. Cookie jar with kids sticking their hands in it, acting innocent, busted, still denying it. Divide and we fall, fly on the ball. You can try, but you can't know it all. Divide and we fall, lie on the ball, fly on the ball. You can try, but you can't. Divide and we fall, lie on the ball, fly on the wall. You can try, but you can't know it all. Divide and we fall, lie on the ball, fly on the wall. You can try, but you can't. Divide and we fall, lie on the ball, fly on the wall. You can try, but you can't know it all. Divide and we fall, lie on the ball, fly on the wall. You can try, but you can't. Divide and we fall, lie on the ball, fly on the wall. You can try, but you can't know it all. Divide and we fall, lie on the ball, fly on the wall. You can try, but you can't. Come on now. Divide and we fall, lie on the ball, fly on the wall. You can try, but you can't know it all. Divide and we fall, lie on the ball, fly on the wall. You can try, but you can't. Divide and we fall, lie on the ball, fly on the wall. You can try, but you can't know it all. Divide and we fall, lie on the ball, fly on the wall. You can try, but you can't. Yo, Rhinoglyphics, September 1st, free download. Join the Facebook event. I'm BeastMaster. Peace.
All right, so
Fucking awesome, dude.
I actually like lost my breath a couple times in that video. That BeastMaster from main stage. I like that.
That was fucking cool, dude. That's
You
still
know,
awesome.
I gotta say, man, like I'm really proud of that song. I used to share that with people, and I got a lot of compliments on it because it's like I'm talking about so many different things, but it's not judgmental, but it's very descriptive in a whole bunch of different character traits. Just like it says, fly on the wall. Like what if what if we're all being watched? You know what I mean? Like all our character flaws, all of our the best and the worst of us, and yeah. So I'm very proud of that. But I'm trying to pull up. God, it's so hard to make my Spotify work. But if I can just pull it up, I'll show you the page. Because if you want to hear the studio version of that song, I don't know why my my Spotify is so fucking laggy on my computer.
I think I follow you already on Spotify.
You know what? It's a lot easier for me to just do it this way.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna pull it up here on my iPad, and I'll show it to you this way. So this is it. Check it out if you have a chance on Spotify. It's called Rhinoglyphics. 18 tracks.
Yeah, I'm almost positive I follow that or like favorited the album or whatever.
Yeah, you should follow me on Spotify because I'm going to be dropping my sophomore album this year. I mean, it's been 8 years, but it's really happening. Like I said, once my sister and my niece move out of my parents' basement, I'm setting up my recording studio, and I've got years worth of material that I'm sitting on, and I've got all the beats and everything. So it's really happening.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I wasn't really in the right mind state to do it before. It's not like I've been trying to do it for 7 years. It's like I'm ready to do it,
Yeah, you got stuff going on, life going on.
Exactly. So with that being said, I'm just going to plug a video that I'm featured in an hour from now. KMB the Sexy Ninja on C Plus Studios has a social vent episode airing tonight. In just 48 minutes, it's the BeastMaster has arrived. Me and KMB are going to talk about our top 10 favorite movies. And I had a lot of fun filming this with him. I think we talked for like an hour. So I don't know if he edited it down. It might be like a 30-minute video or it might be longer. But, like I said, we talk about our top 10 favorite movies. For me, it's not my top 10 favorite movies of all time. It's currently the 10 movies that I find myself rewatching over and over.
Yeah.
So it's so technically at least for me, you could say it's like my top 10 favorite movies of the 21st century.
There you go.
Until now. And yeah, so I'm going to be watching this in an hour, or at least at the top of the hour. And if you guys want to join me, I'll see you in the chat. If not, definitely stay subscribed to Carnival Spirits. We got Don Chaos doing his thing. We got Scotty Balls. We got Callie Green. And, of course, we got the BeastMaster show every Saturday afternoon. Again, I want to thank you, ECHOSIDE Fiend, for being an excellent guest, and I hope to see you again. Everybody else, you guys are fucking awesome, too. You got any last words for us?
Just check out my channel, ECHOSIDE Fiend, and I can't upload as much as I'd like to, just busy with work, but I keep trying, and I appreciate everybody watching and commenting, and also trying to keep up with Carnival Spirits as well. So,
hell yeah. And hey, whenever you get a chance, why don't you throw us a bone and upload some Carnival Spirits videos too?
Yep, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to keep up with Carnival Spirits as well.
Keep up. I thought you meant keep up with our content. Like you are Carnival Spirits, bro. Absolutely.
Yep. Me keeping up with putting videos up is what I should have.
No doubt, bro.
Too, so.
Exactly. All right. Well, hey, again, everyone in the chat, you guys are fucking awesome. I'll catch you next time. Always remember to fuck the fuck off.